like I'm meant to strike. Flat earth beneath my feet, knowing I'm here to meet. Ocean's edge, it calls my name. Purpose in this life's game. Horizons line so clear, God's love brings me near. Flat earth made by him, my journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day, guided by his gentle sway.
It was hard going, but we did it. We got there. Woo! Wowzers. That was the worst video I've ever watched in my entire life, and I wish I could go back in time and not do it. Flatzoid, I want to be clear to you here, buddy. Everything you said in that was fucking stupid. Everything was dumb as fuck. You are a moron. You are literally somebody that does not have the mental capacity to exist in the modern world. Stop it. Just stop it. You're bad. Bad Flatzoid. Bad Flatzoid. No.
Hey, Flavio, how you doing? Good to see you.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Just stop.
That's hilarious.
Bad.
The word triggered comes to mind and nothing else. That's it.
I think obsessed comes to mind as well.
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, you're going to see tonight, every time he opens his mouth, he literally validates the arguments I've made in the documentary. Although there's one argument I didn't say, though, is just how stupid and slow these people are. And I should have said it because, yeah, he's very slow, very stupid.
Self-unaware. Completely oblivious to self. And I see that in these comments, too. And I'm like, what a moron. You're doing exactly what the documentary is about. Exactly.
Yep.
All he's every time he talks, his behavior and his attributes are exactly that dark traits I've been talking about. To a T. The guy just doesn't get it.
He's a sadist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say he's really a sadist. I would more put him about psychopath, and he's mischievous for sure. And he's definitely obsessed.
And he's pathological.
And he's a narcissist for sure.
Pathological liar.
Well, everything but. There we go.
Yeah, it's quite hectic. But it's good to see you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. And good to see everybody in the YouTube lands. Please hit the likes and share the show. It's good to be here. And I saw FTFE actually put a community post out.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can actually get it quickly.
Are you feeling okay, PJ?
I still feel a bit peaky. No, I'm still feeling a bit peaky, but I'll be all right for tomorrow, dude. It should be all right for tomorrow. I will be all right for tomorrow. I will be all right.
Well, let me know if you're not.
You will be. It's fine. Right, but do not know. Yeah, it should be all right for tomorrow. Vicky's still a bit sick as well, but it's just a queasy feeling. I was sick earlier on, but it's just like a queasy feeling in my stomach. It should be okay tomorrow.
Do you know what it is?
No, I just think it's a bug passed on from Vicky. I think it's just a bug passed on from Vicky.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's
as
called.
long as it's not anything too bad.
No.
Yeah, it's just globe sickness.
Yeah.
He swallowed the globe overnight.
Globiolis. Infected by globiolis by doing a show with you, Luke. That's what it was.
No. So anyway, this is his latest 56 minutes ago. I very much enjoyed my stream with you guys last night, going over Flatzoid's documentary. Seems I've triggered him as he's doing a response stream. This should be funny. Okay. I'm very triggered, guys. Well, we saw who was
like a total wiener.
Yeah.
But
it's funny. It's something we have to go through, because the more these people do responses on the documentary, the more they just validate the documentary, and they don't realize it.
Is that what you had in mind, Flatzoid?
Yes, it is. Because remember, there's going to be more than one documentary coming on this channel someday. So obviously I need to think ahead. So I do things a certain way for a certain reason.
So
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So is it when they make video about the documentary that they validate it, or is it the things they say in their videos
It's the
is what
things they say
validates
and
it?
how they say it.
Yeah.
Ah,
And also their reactions and comments, Luca. They're doing exactly the same thing. They're just like the point that I made, like when you throw holy water on a demon and they freak out. That's exactly what they do. That's exactly what they do. I've seen people make reaction videos to me and shit. I don't give a crap. I don't even care. Okay, I don't even care. I don't even watch them. Much less get triggered about them. I just plug along and do my thing. If you don't like it, you ain't got to watch. That's the way I look at it. If you got a problem with something I'm doing, there's plenty of cat videos on YouTube. Go look at those, man.
Or even fishing videos too, like PJ used to have.
Yeah, like you used to have, because I haven't been fishing for a while. Well, I went fishing a month and a half ago, but I just got one zander, so I did put it out as a video. But if I go out fishing, then I do put it out. I will put it out.
And this is how Flatzoid fishers for psychos.
You ever done dynamite fishing?
No. No, I would never get hold of dynamite around here.
Well, we used to have these things you could get called M80s. They were about a quarter stick of dynamite is what these things were. You light one of those and toss it into the water, boom, and it'll shock all the fish and they float up to the top. Now, what was happening is these down around the Philippines and stuff, there was a lot of fishermen that were doing this prior to World War II. And then what would happen as soon as there was naval guns started firing off, it attracted sharks.
Oh, wow.
Because they were used to getting a free meal. They were used to getting a free meal with that.
They're doing it with electricity now, aren't they, in the Philippines now? Where I'm not sure if it's the Philippines, but over that way where they just put some kind of electric implement in the water and it just shocks them and they all come to the top. And they're crazy.
There comes a scuba diver up with it.
Nice.
Whoops.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Good, Jeff.
What's going on, Jeff?
Sucks about your procedure, man, but I'm glad you're okay though.
Oh, that sucked, man. It sucked big time.
What did Jeff have?
I had a spinal tap.
Oh, of course. Ooh. They call it lumbar puncture. Is that what it is? Lumbar puncture.
Yeah, lumbar puncture. But they couldn't get through. They tried 4 times.
Oh, dude,
couldn't get through.
They've got
and they made a bunch of. I have like 4 holes in my back right now. And
wow. And you've got to be awake as well when that happens, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when the anesthesia wears off, that's when you feel it. So.
No, you feel it even
right
when.
Now, huh?
Okay, I'm telling you, Luca. They put freezing in, and I still felt it.
Yep, my sister.
It hurts like a bugger.
My sister, the one that's she's died now, but back when she had my niece, our 3rd child, she had these blind spots going on her eyes and that, and apparently it was some condition with having the baby. If she had the baby, she would either a chance of going blind or even dying or get rid of the baby sort of thing. But she chose to have polling, and she came through all right. But during it, she had to do one of them lumbar punctures. And I don't know what for, but she said it was the most pain she ever went through, more so than the bath. You know what I mean?
You got to imagine that's where all the nerves meet in your spine, so it's definitely you're gonna feel it, dude.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous as well.
Yeah, they can paralyze you, of course.
Yeah. And the thing is, the way they do things here in Canada is it's all about money, right? So they didn't do the procedure where it's like the safest way to do it, where they guide it in with like using like ultrasound and stuff like that to guide the needle into the proper spot, where they have to try it manually first.
Ooh.
You pay for the doctor gets paid for doing that, and then they get paid for the referral to the other specialist that does this guided procedure. So it's like, oh my god, it's ridiculous, man. So
man.
Yeah. We got a Keith Fern in here that's like trolling. Keith Fern says no answers from the flat earthers. Listen, mate, there's a link at the top, okay? It's literally to come into the panel.
Was he
If you have a
wants
question to
stop
ask,
doing he wants to stop doing what we're doing and address his comment. Is that how that works? No, that's
I
not how
guess
it
so.
works, bro. You
No,
click
you
the
come in.
fucking link. You click the link. You come up. Go ahead and address it. Other than that, just this little sniping from the peanut gallery doesn't do anything. All right, that's not how it works.
yeah. Well, what did my documentary say specific about these people?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, doing exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how's the ego going, Flats? I should stroke you a little more. What
Okay.
the hell?
So anyway, we're gonna have to forward a lot through this stream of FTFE because most of it is just him reading super chats, and because they pay him to say the dumbest stuff.
I know.
And there is parts in here where he literally does what the dark traits speak of perfectly, where he, playing feel sorry for me game, where he's mischievous and he's manipulating people like narcissists do.
Mhm.
Feel sorry for me. My life's gonna end if I don't do this. That kind of thing. And as soon as they give him praises, then it's like, oh no, no, no. Why are you giving me nice things? Give me bad things. Stuff like that. But the thing I saw with this whole stream, it's literally just insult as much as he can, show he doesn't understand an argument, and he does what Sean Hawkins does best. When an argument is presented, stops it, talks about something else, and don't address it.
If you're not a troll, you won't be saying things like stroking each other's egos. You're a troll. Simple.
Yeah. So
I was getting ready to ask him that question.
But yeah, it's going to be very apparent on how my documentary, the irony in my documentary, talks to him without him realizing. You guys ready to go?
Yeah. Man.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to bring this up. Oh, what is that?
I saw the first part, and he talks about how you made a mistake in your words.
How dumb he is.
Don't worry, we're going to get there now.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what.
Hey,
Flatzoid made a mistake.
This is
in saying
Flatzoid's
how dumb
documentary.
he
There's
is.
no sound.
No, you got
No sound. No, he just started talking. Listen now.
Yeah.
No.
He doesn't talk much while he's typing. He has a lot of dead air.
Recently, a
You
creator.
know that?
There he is.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
gets me. If you ever watch Mind Shock, I love Mind Shock, but man, he'll stop and I'm
Oh, yeah.
like, there's
He's
just
just alive,
dead
yeah.
silence, and I'm going, oh my god, did this thing freeze up? Is it?
I know.
what happened?
The problem with Mind Shock is you don't see a picture of him talking, nothing, so you don't know what's going on. It's just
Right.
screen.
We were covering weren't we, Roger, the Bill Hicks,
Oh yeah.
Alex
That's-
Jones thing, and we thought the same thing. Like, what's going on with the pauses? But what he says when he says it is brilliant. You know what I mean? I still got that to finish off.
Yeah, that's what I like Mind Shock. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5 minutes worth of dead silence, and then
But listen what he says about Veritas documentary, guys. I laughed.
okay.
creator called Veritas did a documentary about Flat Earth. He's changed the title to Flat Earth is way worse than you think. It was something different before. But it's an 8-hour documentary about Flat Earth and the stupidity of it. And he did research talking to me and Toon and other creators and everything. And it's an extremely good, well-researched piece of media. It's absolutely incredible.
Whoa.
But obviously, it's triggered some people.
How do I make this clear? He had an opening where he just called everybody stupid, and then he just had a whole bunch of clips put together where people just with nothing. It's just clips.
An idiot.
That didn't go in context, and that was torture watching that 7-hour video. Remember?
Yeah, if you guys missed it, we literally watched through his stream, his whole documentary from start to finish. It took us almost 8 hours to get through. So I think, it was like just over 8 hours. Do go watch it if you want to have pain.
And I didn't get to any point, even at the end of it. I didn't understand what he was doing. At all.
Again, Keith Fern has been in for a while, but Keith Fern, you are still a troll if you don't want to actually just come and converse like a normal person.
Yeah.
If you're demanding us what we should do in the comment section and being repeating the same stuff, that is trolling.
Can't demand that.
We got a couple hours, man. You can come in and spend a couple of them with us and explain
He has
yourself.
asked a question.
He asked, "Can I ask a flat earth question?" That was all he said.
He has. Well,
He
that is a
hasn't
question.
asked us
He can. He can ask. Come in and ask. We told him.
You would like an explanation, PJ? Well, the link's there. I'm sure you'll get one.
You can't get an explanation for some. Wait. He can't get an explanation for something he hasn't asked.
No, exactly.
Prove that.
Okay.
But look how many people are in chat, and you expect your comments to be the only ones seen.
That's called trolling.
And we got
Tony Whitcomb, thank you for £5 Twitch. He says, did I hear that right? He has a lot of dead hair. You got that right.
I know he's still doing that little tuft at the front when it's that tuft is surely disappearing.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate the support, Tony. You rock, man.
Roger did a super chat earlier before the show.
Yeah.
Roger, yeah, he gifted a membership. Thank you very much for giving the membership.
No problem.
Really appreciate it, man. You rock. Okay, let's go.
One of those people being Flatzoid.
Sorry. Why? Where have I got triggered by Veritas mockumentary?
We sat and watched it for 7, 8 hours, and we didn't get.
Remember, they moaned with us first off. Flat Earthers aren't watching his documentary. Okay, that's what they moaned.
Yeah.
So that's the whole reason we had that damn almost 9-hour stream.
Yeah.
To watch through it from beginning to end, to say, look, we watched through it. And the whole time it was just literally nothing. It was just clips put together with no context. The only context he gave was in the beginning of his mockumentary was saying how stupid flat earthers are.
Yeah. And sadly, your internet's up to your you kings. Look, that's what everybody says, and that's just being condescending. You know what I mean? Calling us kings.
If I remember correctly, didn't Veritas kind of compare us to a cult at the end of that thing?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. That's not a documentary. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you know how police officers ask you, like, do you understand what I'm saying after they tell you it? You know, it's because there's a difference between.
No, you know why they ask that, Luca? You know why they ask? Because people are stupid.
Because there's a difference between, you know, hearing
Yeah,
something.
there's a difference
and
between
understanding
people
it.
that actually understand and people that are stupid. And this is the reason why my documentary flies over the heads of stupid people like the Globers. Because they don't understand that there's an argument made. What's the argument? Oh, did he make an argument? No, he didn't make an argument. It's not a documentary. It's like, so in other words, you literally conceding that you're too dumb to understand an argument presented. That's it.
All right.
Okay, and the police have to say that, do you understand, because it's part of procedure. Because people have to say, yes, they understand, so they have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
let's-
I know.
yeah.
Luke has been arrested recently.
No, I have not.
So Flatzoid made his own documentary. I want you guys to prepare yourself, because this is Flatzoid, and there's probably going to be a lot of stupid involved.
Already starting with the narcissistic behavior and mischievousness. Well done. You're a real psychopath. How can I put that? Oh, those are 3 traits starting off. Well done.
Yeah, and you got a heat like a neep. He'll know what I'm saying. He lives in Scotland. He'll know what I'm saying.
He said there's probably going to be a lot of stupid involved. So
He's already poisoned the well. He's already told everybody just be stupid.
He's made that judgment based on your past actions.
And what has my past stuff done, Luca? You're trying to insult me now, man.
No, that's just how he sees you.
Oh, he's doing a Veritas now, guys. He's doing a Veritas. It's my documentary doesn't tell you how stupid you are. It's just me seeing how other people think you're stupid. Is that what you're saying, Rico?
Okay.
No, it's just.
I'm just playing around with you, man.
But it wasn't Veritas
I'm
thinking we
sorry.
were stupid
Maybe
too. And
maybe I should have worded that better. I'm sorry.
yeah, you should have.
I'm just pulling your leg, Luca. Don't worry. Okay.
Alright. Well,
Flatzoid could be the last human on Earth and still wouldn't be the smartest person around.
Oh, God.
What? That makes no sense.
Oh, here we go.
What do you believe? Do you believe it's a spinning ball of infinite vacuum of space?
Oh, come
That
on,
was it.
Flats. Let's talk about that. You're 10 seconds in, right? And you fluffed the line, dude.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You asked a question?
No, I didn't.
Fluffed what?
So he thinks a split second pause is a fluff the line.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Okay. Wait.
Right, oh,
They didn't play again.
everyone listen to that, right?
You believe it's a spinning ball of infinite vacuum of space?
Do you believe it's a spinning ball in an infinite vacuum of space?
in infinite vacuum of space.
Not in a vacuum, infinite vacuum of space.
Like
Okay?
A.
It might just be my pronunciation, but I didn't faux pas. It's correct.
Yeah.
I see nothing wrong with it.
So he's
Let's hear
literally
what he
he's literally starting to see an error where there isn't. In other words,
Let's hear what he heard.
In an infinite vacuum. Right. It's the first 10 seconds of your documentary, bud.
Yes.
Right? You don't fluff a line in the first 10 seconds and leave that in. I can see you've tried to put effort into your editing here, right? So why?
literally is what it's like 8 seconds put into editing. There's literally half a clip in there. There's no editing really involved, but just sticking a clip in. Wow. Okay.
This
Why
is
did you
pedantic, dude.
have your first thing you say be a fluffed line?
It's not a flat line.
I know that's just poking at Summit for the sake of poking, but, you know, if you're going to make a documentary that's over an hour long, you don't have your first line in that documentary be fluffed.
Yeah. Luckily, it wasn't. Just because you say it's fluffed doesn't mean it's fluffed. Have you got my script in front of you, Craig?
He probably got the transcript. He's reading it.
Really
I
weird.
hope.
So, guys, yeah, this is practically all it's going to be. It's just him not... He's trying very hard to find something wrong, in other words. Look at that. Look at that weird psychotic smile of his. Look at it again. Look at this, guys.
First line in that documentary be fluffed.
Look at this.
He's
wrong with
smiling while
you?
he's drinking. Good
Yeah.
God.
You know, like that little naughty smile, little boy.
Nobody can see me. There's a reason why you call him Felicia, right? Yep.
Giffy Diffworld also says incoming and then gifts 5 memberships. Thank you very much. 2 of my
Okay, let's get on to the documentary.
Space? Or do you believe we live on a stationary, enclosed plane? What does it matter anyway, what someone else believes? I am going to attempt something that I feel is very important, casting a look into what makes a globe believer so invested into the flat earth. Why?
Well, I'll tell you right now why we're invested in the flat earth, because it's fucking stupid, hilarious, and also a bit dangerous. It's a lie. It's a lie that is...
Just listen to his thing quickly finished. He's making my whole documentary's argument to a T in his opening statement about it.
Yeah. It's like, to me, it looks like it causes you a lot of stress, frustration, and anger.
Yeah.
Those are not things that people should be avidly searching for, and trying to perpetuate.
It says it in the name of his channel, Fight the Flat Earth. You know what I mean? What fight? You know what I mean? There's no fight. What is there to fight about? You know what I mean? It's just the truth. It's just the truth out there. You want to fight the truth, so you're the dangerous one.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad he's actually conceding that he is obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he would know about dangerous. He's a convicted criminal, I think.
Well,
Uh-huh.
so am I. So am I.
But listen,
But not
guys,
for the same charges.
No admission of guilt. No.
Global believers so invested into the
listen to
flat
what he
earth?
says.
Why?
Well, I'll tell you right now why we're invested in the flat Earth, because it's fucking stupid, hilarious, and also a bit dangerous. It's a lie. It's a lie that is pushed to children. It's a lie that is fed to the vulnerable and the gullible. It's a lie that needs dealing with. It's a lie that I will attack constantly every single day, because it pisses you guys off that I've monetized your stupidity, right? That's why it's important and it matters, because flat Earth is a lie, and a dangerous lie. Look at people like Fact, right? The guy I've been talking to a lot, and how badly flat Earth has screwed up his life.
What do you have to say about that?
Well, I think consensus has fucked up his life, and people are obsessed with it too. That they want to attack people that have other ideas. It's nothing to do with being dangerous, dude. It's society.
Yeah, all I see when he said that was bigot.
And projection.
Well, people have lost relationships and jobs because of flat Earth, right?
I haven't. I know they have, but personally,
I would say that would be a really, really superficial reason to end a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And that if you did end a relationship over such a thing, I think you need to look deeper as to the actual cause. Because it's come on.
Still, it has happened, right?
I know it's happened, but it's not because of the shape of the earth. It's because of that shit that's in you from it. It's because of that programming that's in you from it.
Well, let's put it this way. Like you said, the people that end their relationship are very shallow. And we have to say, who are the people that's ending it? The globers. Are the flat earthers ending it, or the globers ending it? Who's showing who's the shallow, superficial people?
Exactly right.
And I would say you don't have much of a relationship if you ended over an idea.
Exactly.
But how many global relationships are broke up because of their obsession with flat earthers? We don't know. They're not going to tell us.
No, exactly. We don't.
We don't obsess about them because we have lives.
We're not going to know about these personal anecdotes unless someone tells us about them. It's not something that's been studied.
You get people, and it's easy for people just to say on the internet, "Oh, I've lost my relationship." Prove it. It's easy just for someone to say that. We've had how much fake flat earthers in the past? You know what I mean? Just play this victim game and stuff the whole time, just like the globers. There's no you can't just trust anything someone just says. You know what I mean?
And again, Luca, the truth divides people. Truth insults them. So if someone's not standing by the truth and someone is, it's going to divide them.
Yeah.
If you look at the subject, thoroughly, and you analyze it for yourself, that makes you a very intelligent person. If you just snap judgment, oh, that's stupid, then I would want to be with you anyways.
Yeah, but I don't see how a person should be proud to be a bigot.
No, not at all. No.
Why are these guys so happy and proud to be bigots?
Because they're awesome.
They're projecting. Literally.
The turtle moves £2, says, show the Jim Bunny some love, a Glasgow kiss.
Okay, I'm gonna forward this.
I was these people have going around, and it could have happened.
He's the one who deserves a Glasgow kiss.
Why do we observe such a fervent obsession of global believers, who, despite dismissing the notion of a flat Earth as ridiculous and unscientific?
Okay, facts, dude. I can see you've tried to put effort into this. There's some fancy editing and stuff, but the music's louder than your voice.
What condescending
bullshit!
Oh, really?
Rubbish.
Sounds the right level to me.
When you go into DaVinci Resolve, you are able to put percentages in, and my background sound is at 15%. while my audio is at 100%. Oh no.
I agree with you on this one, Flatzoid. I heard it fine.
You can hear me
He's not
talking.
critiquing.
Remember,
I
if I have to
heard
put
it
this,
fine.
if I have to put the background music too soft, it takes the dramaticism. How can I put it? The dramatic feeling away.
Effect.
Yeah. I mean, I did that.
You need it to be impactful.
I mean, I've had someone say in my comments about my videos, obviously, because I put video on my videos, not my lives, obviously, but my videos, I put music while I'm talking sometimes. And I've had someone say it to me, and it was on 7%. You know what I mean? And my voice is on 100. You know,
But you see what Craig done here, though. He amplified my video sound a lot through his system. Okay. He thinks I wouldn't realize this. Have you realized how loud my video is compared to his voice?
Very loud. It's very loud. That's why I thought I turned my speaker down a minute ago. Turned it down a little bit.
I've had to turn it down here by me, so I can hardly hear you guys. So his video is not too loud for me. That is his sound that's going through his system that way.
Well, beyond the sound and the making of the documentary, I want him to critique the content. He's not got that far. He's not saying anything about what's said. He's like how you made it. Not.
That's why I say he does what Sean Hawkins. He does what Sean Hawkins does best. Don't actually listen to the argument. Moan about something else or talk about something else instead of actually listen what's going on. I mean, I'm busy giving an argument here. Is he addressing the argument?
No.
Just saying. I know I'm not the great, stone and glass houses and all that, because a lot of the time my audio editing isn't fantastic. But
yeah, I don't claim to be the best either. I want to get earphones next time because I did struggle with the stereo stuff. So you can see later on, I think it was like after 30 minutes, a lot of the time it was not in stereo, so it only goes through left or right ear, because I do my sound through what's that show program? Now I can't even remember the program's name. Can you believe it? And I always use it. Audacity.
Oh,
but but my children play around on the PC and then they set it to left channel or right channel, and I don't realize it until after I uploaded it, and it took so long to render and all that. I was like, I stuff that. I'll just leave it because you can hear what I'm saying anyway.
Yeah, I've got Audacity on the laptop, but I never used it. Paul put it on there for me. LVA Paul.
Audacity rocks.
I've never used it because I probably don't do anything that uses it. What is it for again? Because like I said, I never used
sound.
it.
Yeah, it's specifically a sound program.
Sound thing, yeah. Well, I did say to Paul that I might do some kind of music at some point. That I probably won't, but that's probably why you put it on there.
Yeah. But anyway, it doesn't take away with the argument I presented, and you were still able to hear my sound, even though on some parts my voice was only on left channel or right channel. Doesn't make a difference. Voice still came through. But that's practically all it. But yeah, this guy's probably just gonna keep the whole time.
Come on, this is a documentary.
Scientific seem unable to just let it rest. Could it be the allure of the unknown, the thrill of the debate, or perhaps something deeper, an intrinsic need to defend the established truths they held onto for so long? Join me as we look into what exactly makes the reality we observe such a drug to the ones who deny it.
With the reality we observe, like for instance the salt flats here that you're showing, with the bottoms of the mountains disappearing, you can't see the
oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Oh, what a joke.
What would happen if we had to take a telescope or something and zoom in?
I think you meant see the bottom of their mountains flats.
How do we make this clear for him? We can make things.
He knows.
Yeah, we can make things disappear bottom up on a table.
Within 3 feet. Yeah.
I mean, I've done it. We've all done these demonstrations many times, so we can classify that just as him being dishonest.
Yes, we can. That's another
I'd
trait.
love to see that.
You've seen
Love
it
to see
many
what.
times. Yeah.
We can show it to you, dude. You want to
No,
see
I
it?
mean like zooming in and
Yeah,
bringing the bottom
Yeah, we
back
can.
over the
we
curve.
can show you those as well, man. If it hasn't gone past the diffraction limit or the limited angle, you can zoom it back in, yes.
Nah.
It depends on your
Not
camera,
really
and
how
that's
it
why we.
works.
Yes, it is.
More
We
like
can take it.
more
Well,
like
well,
if
Luca, let's take two different cameras with two different lenses. You can stand next to each other, look at the same observation. One will show bottom up obstruction, one won't.
Yeah.
Literally, dude.
Now, when you go
And
to the ocean and they say, "Oh, you see, no matter how much I zoom in, I can't get the bottom," it's called a wave or a bulge. You know, the ocean moves constantly. Okay, there are
you
things.
go-
If you actually look at boats, they constantly rising and going down with the water, and there's waves in front of that ship closer to you. It's called foreshortening. It's occulting
but
the
you're
bottom view. It's not
but
Earth curve. It's
you're
just simply water due
but
Yeah,
to
you go.
waves.
above the wave, right?
Now, Luca, listen here. All right, you can go to flat water, still water, and do the same thing. The only effect you'll get on flat and still water is mirroring. That's the only
Mhm.
obstruction you'll get after distance. It's not the water
Reflection,
blocking
compression.
the boat.
Yeah.
It's not
They
a
all end up
actual
being
physical
optical
curve.
effects.
We can walk you through.
But
I've got 10.
if you're sitting at like if you're standing at like 6 feet high and the wave is at 4 feet high, then you're always going to be able to see over it.
And what happens if refraction refracts that wave higher than your location? I thought you guys claim refraction lifts things up.
Unless refraction does its thing, you know.
Okay, let's carry on.
But it's not foreshortening.
Bottoms of those
Refraction
mountains
pulls
because
it
they're hidden by the curve of the earth. And
No.
in fact, there's a big sign.
I
at the
want to
front.
ask you, can you see any curve there, by the way?
Yeah.
No.
And by the way, the salt flats show there's no curve.
What is
Right.
that? About a meter.
It actually goes against the curve
Yeah.
because it doesn't show 8 inches per mile squared as you need for your globe at all, not even close.
Your parabolic curve is not there. No.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Ay.
One side of the salt flats that says you can't see the other side because of the curve of the earth. The reality that we live in, Flatzoid, is that the earth is a globe that rotates.
No.
It's the measurable, testable fact of reality. Your denial of that fact is irrelevant. Your inability to accept the consensus is irrelevant, right? We don't accept the consensus because it's a consensus. We accept the consensus because it's right.
How's that for contradiction? We don't accept the consensus because it's consensus. We accept it because it's right. So in other words, it's your opinion that it's right, and therefore you're accepting it because it's just consensus.
But there's evidence for it.
There is.
There's
Where?
no evidence for it. We've been through this. I'm not going to debate you tonight, Luca, please.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We've been over this many times.
Yeah. There's no evidence for anything that Craig's just claimed, guys.
No.
At all.
You know, whatever.
It's a whatever statement. I
It's
didn't
the
know that.
opposite. We
It-
know it's not.
You don't know shit. You don't know shit, Luca.
We
Stop.
have
It's
If
or
ChatGPT
statement.
don't tell it to you, you don't know shit. That's all you know is what ChatGPT tells you. That's it.
No, I just know what
Yeah,
FTFE
that
says.
is true. Because even when it's shown
And
to you
shows
right in your face,
evidence.
demonstrated right in front of you, you still go right back to your bullshit.
I want to ask you guys a question about consensus, though. If you go to North Korea, they have consensus, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that
Damn
make
still.
does it make their consensus correct?
No.
Huh. Okay. And I love his serious face he's giving now when he's talking about this. It's like, yeah, kind of psychotic look.
You know, just because it's the consensus doesn't mean that you have to automatically say that it's fake. The consensus in this particular case, is that the Earth is a rotating globe, and the consensus is 100% correct.
Okay, prove it.
Go
Prove it's
ahead,
correct.
then, dickhead.
Yeah, prove it.
Put your money where your mouth's at, dickhead. And show us a picture of gravity again, you nose-picking moron.
Cavendish, blah blah.
Fucking
The
Yeah.
focal pendulum, blah blah.
Yeah, pendulum.
Yeah, focal pendulum shown false
Pendulum.
in my documentary as well. Blah blah.
Well, listen, here's a problem for you. If Foucault's pendulum moves underneath of a rotating Earth, then why doesn't a helicopter have the Earth move underneath of it when it's hitting above it? What?
You've had that explained to you many times.
No, I'm
because
not.
They claim it's moving Velcroed.
Right now, I got wind whipping. It's going crazy. It's changing direction just as I'm watching it. It's going from left to right to that way. It's going in all different directions right now. It's not Velcroed to shit.
No.
You know what is Velcroed? Is the trees that it's trying to knock over.
Yeah.
Just for you, Luca, I'm going to take a trip to the Science Museum here in Denver, and I'm going to go see their Foucault's pendulum. I'm pretty sure they have one, and I'm going to live stream it.
I'll bet you 100%. Roger, I'll bet you 100% if they got one, it's down for repairs or not.
Out of commission. That is what I want to say. We've got 4 here in South Africa. Not one of them are in commission at the moment. Not one.
Oh, why is that?
Why? You know why? Because it doesn't work. Because there's always an issue, and the issue is always it's not showing the spin. So what would have to be the issue? Oh, the Earth doesn't rotate underneath it. It's not hard to understand.
There you go. Nothing, Luca?
George M, member for 10 months.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Receding hairline alone. If you look at...
Into this intriguing psychological landscape, I couldn't help but wonder, what is it about the flat Earth that triggers such a profound reaction in those who stand by the globe?
The flat Earth is a lie. The flat Earth is a falsehood pushed by scammers and grifters and idiots to the gullible. Simple as that.
Making my point to the T.
Where's my cut, Flatzoid? I need money. I need now.
I would just turn that around on him. It's just projection. Same thing.
Yeah, that's what we should start calling it. I agree, Jeff.
Yes. Good idea. Good idea.
He said scammers and the gullible and one of
grifters,
and grifters. So you don't actually need to be a scammer to be in flat Earth. You just need to be one of the other two. And
really,
gullible.
If you're a scammer, you are already a grifter. You do know that.
You know that's pure projection because it's the gullible fucking people that are denying what they can see, they're denying what they experience in lieu of what someone else told them. Now that's a gullible person right there.
Of course.
These are the same people that actually...
That's the definition right there, dude.
Yes, that's total gullibility. You've never witnessed any of the shit that they say, yet you'll believe it.
That's called fully gullible.
Yep.
No.
Beyond gullible.
Way beyond gullible.
I've seen the experiments he's shown in videos. I've watched videos of experiments too.
Have you ever observed the Earth rotating?
No.
Have you ever observed the Earth as a sphere?
Well, hold on.
Have you ever witnessed yourself standing antipodal to another person? No.
Well,
so you've never, all this bullshit that they run by you that you believe, you've never witnessed any of it. Have you ever witnessed air being pulled to another object because of just by volition of it being there? Have you ever seen that? No, nobody ever has. No. Have they? Have you ever seen two large objects sitting within proximity of each other try to pull each other together like a couple of Ford Broncos in a parking lot? Are they trying to lean together toward each other and shit? No, you've never observed that either, right? But you'll believe the bullshit that they tell you merely because of your perception of the people that told it to you. And you know why? Because you're gullible.
I have a belief.
because you're
You
gullible.
know, if everyone has been lying to me, if none of the
Yes.
experiments show what we
The
have,
sooner you
then
realize
I
that,
do have to
hey, Luca, the sooner you realize that everybody has been lying to you, the sooner you'll be able to wake up, because they have. The world is not what you think it is. The people you see on your magic television box are not what you think they are. Yet you'll believe it. You'll believe it. These people that they put in front of you and tell you things, you'll believe it is true because they've given some kind of unwarranted prominence to you. And that's why you'll believe them. But the things that they tell you, you don't even never witness. I question everything. I'm told right now that in the United States, we're getting flooded with a bunch of immigrants. I've seen video. I've seen people talking about it. Do I see that happening around me? No, I don't. So how do I know it's really, really happening? Especially given the amount of gaslighting and lies that you've been fed.
I've never
You know what
been
I
to
find
two
really weird though?
continents before.
You know what I find really weird though?
Antarctica is one.
A lot of the globers, they would concede, yeah, the government lies, but they still trust it. Like,
And-
how does that work?
All right,
And-
it's like these people they'll say, we want them to take away the guns. Okay, so first off, you want people with guns to come and take everybody's guns. Okay, that's kind of stupid. Who do you want to do this? The government? Yes. Do you trust your government? Well, no. Well, what the hell is wrong with you then?
and Africa is another that I've never been to. So, Flatzoid, what do you think? Is Africa real or not?
Oh my
I've
God!
never seen
Really?
it before.
I'm in
I
Africa.
don't know if it's real or not.
He lives in Africa.
What do you think?
That
Is
is
Africa
such a
real?
crap.
Hey, you know what? You know what, Luca? I can get on a boat or an airplane and I can go to Africa. Can you go to space? Nope. Can you go up and look at the Earth as a globe? Nope.
Okay.
You sure
Can
can't.
I ask him a question, right, Luca? Can you reproduce the Cavendish experiment? Just make that your pet project, and put it on your show. I want to see your project come to fruition. I want to see you make Cavendish work.
And control all the variables.
Yep.
I'm sure I could. Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Put it on video.
Yeah.
Highlight McToon in it too, so he can watch it and critique it.
And then laugh, and then laugh as it goes the opposite direction. Okay.
Or nowhere at all.
Or if it does nothing. Okay.
Oh, wait. No, that means you set it up wrong. If it doesn't work, it means it wasn't set up wrong.
No, that's what Craig says, though. If it doesn't work, it's set up wrong.
Yep.
So in other words, it's having a biased deduction because only if it works, then it's set up right. If it doesn't work, it's not set up right.
Yep.
Well, doesn't that make sense?
No, that doesn't.
Set up right,
it doesn't.
That's called having a bias. That's called having a bias. In other words, anything you have opinion based on bias is invalid.
And gravity should work every time, dude. Like it does.
It shouldn't be.
The
It shouldn't be
universe is the other way.
selective. Yeah. Okay. Let's carry on. Got a lot to go through.
Oh god, there's an hour of this and I'm a minute in. Oh my god. Right. Before we quickly continue, I need to pee, and I don't want 2 minutes.
Magnetic side.
pee. Okay.
The word salad. It's incredible, right?
I think you went for a boot.
Okie dokies. Let's do this. We've got an entire Flatzoid documentary to get through, so let's do this. Excuse me.
The juxtaposition is fascinating. On one hand, we have a group of individuals fervently advocating for an alternative understanding of our world, challenging the very foundation of what the ancients and ourselves observe. How many...
Wait, is he saying that we're the ones that are, like... I need to listen to that again.
Have a group of individuals fervently advocating for an alternative understanding of our world, challenging the very foundation of what the ancients and ourselves observe.
Right. So he's saying that we, as Globers, are pushing for an alternative view of the world. No.
You are.
Yes, you are.
Yep.
Do we observe curve, guys? No.
No.
Do we observe Earth rotation? No.
Nope.
Do we observe space violation gravity? No.
Hey, Luca, you know what I want you to do is start a petition telling people that dihydrogen monoxide is bad for them and see if people will sign it.
Isn't that water?
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people do not understand that. And
Yeah, I know.
those people that are so gullible to believe that you're telling them it's not good for them,
Because
will
they only,
actually
because they only
turn-
listen to the oxide part at the end and I think, oh, it's got to be bad for you.
It's toxic. It's corrosive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When they hear the word
Yeah,
monoxide, it's the monoxide. Yeah.
And Stry is in. How are you doing, Stry? Good to see you.
Let's try.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And how am I
Hi.
doing? I'm
Can
doing
you hear
fine,
me?
guys. Thank you very much. And,
Good to see you
you
too,
are
Mr.
not
Lord.
there.
hi.
Fun one
He
tweet
snuck in.
now.
Hi. So I couldn't be here Wednesday or Thursday, but I wanted to say how I felt about the documentary.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
So, oh wait, is the connection? So yeah, the documentary. Well, it was interesting. And I sure wouldn't have the dedication to put together an hour-long video, but I also thought that you spent a little bit too much time trying to prove flat Earth when the entire thing is supposed to be why are Globers so obsessed? That's the question you were
I didn't
aiming to
try
answer,
anything to
and
prove
you only
flat
spent
Earth.
like half the documentary there.
There was one snippet where he said, where
I
Will
mean,
Duffy asked, why would you
You
think
were
the Earth's
showing a
flat?
lot
And
of
I showed
evidence
why.
for flat Earth and stuff.
And there was another snippet, and there was another snippet at the close to the end
Oh
where
yeah.
where I think it was Creaky Blinder saying that we don't look at observation seriously, and then I showed one observation. That was it. The rest is based on the way the people
that
argue
makes more sense.
against the flat Earth and how their whole persona is.
It's about their behavior.
Yeah, it's about the behavior, and like I said, what we're seeing tonight with Craig now is literally validation of my whole argument I made through that documentary.
Yeah, I was hoping you would look more into the psychology of why these Globers
Yeah, you don't
get
get
so
that.
mad. I mean, I'm a Glober too, but some Globers once they encounter this flat Earth stuff, they become mad, like FTFE.
Yeah, you
but
see,
I'm just
yeah,
fascinated.
that's why I'm like, I put
and I
more
want to
of
know
a
why.
why. I don't want to divine, but I was trying to show they got a certain kind of trait behavior.
It does. I've broken this down a bit.
Oh yeah, I saw that part.
In the past myself, and one of the biggest things that I notice about it is that when you're introduced to this, and I've looked at this the way that the reaction. It's not just the reaction; it's the maturity level of the reactions is juvenile, very juvenile. And oftentimes you'll see people revert to a mental maturity state that they were at when this was programmed into them. I mean, I have literally had people use the "I'm rubber, you're glue" response to me. I really have grown adults saying, I know you are, but what am I? That kind of bullshit. Yeah, I'm not kidding. And you look at it from a psychological level. A young child, they're like clay, and they respond to stimulus and response. It's this is why we give a negative response to a child who's acting up, right? It's consequence and reward. So the kid comes home from school and says, "Mommy, listen, I know all the planets in order, and I can draw a picture of the solar system." And all the grandparents and everybody are like, "Well, wow, Billy, you're really smart. I'll bet you'll be a astronaut one day, or you'll be a scientist." Same thing when you learn your Pledge of Allegiance and all the other programming shit. You're praised for it. So as an adult, that's still seeded into your brain. And when you find out that this was all bullshit, it's almost on a subconscious level, like, you're being threatened of having your smart taken away. You've built an identity off of your intelligence based on this bullshit that you were told, memorized, and regurgitated the way that it was told to you. It's this self-perpetual programming. And it's the ones like us that had to sit in the back of the class, or the ones that had to go out in the hall, the ones that were asking the wrong questions, that look at this stuff and we ask the questions. And when we find the kind of resistance that we do, I go, that's a case of me thinking Lady Doth protests too much. We've touched on a belief system, not a factual science. We've touched on a belief system, much like a religion. And when you touch on the parts that can't be proven, there's a strong reaction to that.
Well, there's no money in that if you're going to go against the grain. So
people like to be told what they want to hear. This is why politicians do what they do. Watch Donald Trump. He'll say whatever the crowd in front of him wants to hear.
Yep, that's what Paul meant by tickling people's ears. Mm-hmm. They hear what they want to hear. You tell them what they want to hear. You get a lot of pastors like that.
Yep. This is why this is going to be crucial in the next year. There's going to be so much shit that's going to be shattered, and people are literally going to lose their minds. And it's starting to happen right now. Just the revelations that are taking place in everything going on right now. This information age is just the lies are being uncovered just over and over and over and over and over, spanning back in time. Nobody can hide anymore. It's over.
I mean, come to think of it, a lot of these flat Earth debunkers, they sort of have a stake in the entire globe Earth thing.
No, he was a captain.
FTFE was a nuclear engineer or something, and well, either way, but a lot of these other so-called, what you would call globers, they have a stake in it.
They need flat Earth to be around
of this stuff, and
they kind of have an attachment, like you're saying, because they need flat Earth to be around. What will they do if there was no flat Earth?
Well, I mean, yeah, Professor Dave, I'm pretty sure he makes money off the flat Earth debunking stuff.
They all do. They all do.
Even Craig makes quite a lot. Dave McKeegan makes quite a lot. Simon, Dan, they all and they all make good money out of this.
They all do, yeah.
There's a whole industry built on this.
More like the things they do, their personal interests. There's a stake there. They're like people who really, really care about this mainstream science. Let me think. Like McToon, he's a complete nerd or something. He obviously really cares about this mainstream science.
I still think McToon is CIA operative kind of guy.
He is. 100, and this CIA's in this final experiment shit too. I'm convinced of it. There's so many holes in this and the connections you find between people. There's not a doubt in my mind.
It's weird. McToon is always somewhere, and anything that's happening flat Earth, anti-flat Earth related, he's just there.
Okay, the girl that won the golden ticket, this Lizbeth girl, right? I forget what her last name is. Forgive me. But anyway, he picked her, and she's from. Now, notice the first guy that he got rid of was the one guy that said, "Yeah, I've got all kinds of my own equipment, infrared lens, all this, boom, he was the first one to go. Now, where'd this girl come from, right? This girl came from some obscure social app that I can't even remember the name of it. Tony Coriolis came on and told us he went ahead and downloaded it, went on there, found her group. It's a small little app, and lo and behold, guess who was there? McToon.
No doubt. Yeah. No doubt. I was watching that video yesterday of Will Smith. I didn't get to the end, so I didn't know Elizabeth was the one that won it. But kind of got that because the true ones there. I mean, there was Josh Monday, he was cool, and there was Brian Leakey was there, he was cool, and one more definitely.
Yeah, Brian Leakey. Brian Leakey was the first one to go. He was the one that had all the equipment. Now, here's the thing, story. Here's the thing. what I look at too. We already know we've seen the videos millions of times of the Alphabet CEO telling Congress their efforts to squash dangerous conspiracy theories like flat Earth by putting them shadow banning, putting them at the bottom of the algorithm, and putting the other sources like which are propped up like FTFE, McToon, right? They're propped up by YouTube. Okay. In fact, they're, I think, sanctioned by YouTube. And this is why they get all of this, these views and these likes and all this other shit. And they get the money. Okay. It's because that's part of that effort. It's part of that effort. And I have to wonder, and there again, methinks the lady those protests too much. If something's not true and it's wacko, people come out and they start talking about it and it dies. It dies. This is why there's not a shitload of hollow earth theory pages. And secondly, if you do find one, hold on, if you do find one, you won't find a Wikipedia fact check or nothing on it. Okay. It's because they don't care. But all you have to do is mention anything about flat earth in your video and boom, they're going to put that Wikipedia sticker up there. Why? Why? I mean, if it's so evident and everybody knows it's a globe and there's just some nutters out there saying it's not a globe, who gives a shit?
I'm actually seeing this is a psyop designed to make conspiracy theories look ridiculous.
Well, I tell you what, as I've been in a quote unquote conspiracy theorist for a great many years, and I'm feeling really good these days in one way, but bad in another because people didn't listen. And I'm telling people, I'm saying, oh, he'll come over and say, did you hear about this, that, and the other? I said, don't you remember me telling you about that about 5 years ago? Mm-hmm. Don't you remember me telling you? And you said I was a nut. Mm-hmm. Remember? And now it's happening. It's snowballing. All the shit that we got banned for and everything on YouTube for talking about the last 4 years, right? Now it's come back. There's channels they're giving people their channels back because of the stuff that's coming out now that we were right. Again, we were right, and everybody wanted to call us nutters. Best thing you can do is find a conspiracy theorist and listen to what the hell they're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Can I say one thing right quick? NASA is being audited right now, right? And they have to be accountable for the money they're spending on the space program, and they're fighting tooth and nail to keep their money.
Yeah. You're seeing all the lies are breaking, all of them.
Quickly back to that Duffy thing. I mean, one of the guys, I think it was a dodgy selection. I mean, one of the guys, I thought it was meant to be flat earthers and you had to be a flat earther for 2 years. One of the applicants was a lean into flat earth for 7 years. That's why is he leaning for 7 years?
And this girl they picked, her best friend works for NASA.
Yeah, that's right. The one with the yellow dress, wasn't it? The yellow top and on. Elizabeth, I've still got that to finish actually.
She's supposed to be on a live with Duffy tonight.
For all we know, they could just make us all think NASA's bullshit, even make NASA bullshit in the official eyes one day, just to turn it over to SpaceX or some other, doing the same thing, but they are actually not lying, bullshit.
Right. Look, that's part of the psyop right there. Mm-hmm. Because people have been questioning NASA and all this stuff for so long. Now we've got, private space industry. So you can't just say NASA. And I'm like, you dipshit. Don't you realize that is NASA? They're the same. It's just they just rebranding it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a shell game, dude. Shell game. Under this one, under that one.
It feels like everything is actually BlackRock and related companies owning just showing us their technologies and plans like in bites, step by step with sister companies or baby companies, like Tesla. And I mean, Elon, everything he's doing. Black Tech is all BlackRock Technologies is doing the same, just in a way higher level.
But so that's the thing. Everybody's getting to know about BlackRock, right?
BlackRock Neurotech, it's called.
Yeah. Well, everybody's getting to know about BlackRock, and there was in some countries during these protests, they were taking over BlackRock headquarters and shit like that, right? But nobody's attacking Vanguard. Nobody's attacking State Street. What? How come? Those two are right up there with BlackRock. In fact, you try to look up who owns Vanguard and you can't find it because it's private. It's totally private. Boom. But they do own BlackRock. Again, when you start knowing about something, you start hearing about it more and more and more, it's because there's something else in the shelf. They don't care anymore.
Tony Whitcomb, thank you for £5 super chat. If you're leaning for 7 years, then buy a club shoe.
That's what I'm saying. He should have fell to one side, right? He should have fell to the flat earth side in 7 years, surely. 7 years, what are you doing if you're not a flat earther? If you're just leaning? Whoa.
There's something wrong there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, guys, ready to go on?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Okay.
No, we aren't the ones with the alternative view. We have the consensus. You're the ones with the alternative. Who cares what the ancients thought? They were all idiots.
Oh my
You
God!
know, they died.
Wait,
25
they were
for a
all
reason.
idiots. They were all idiots unless they were from Greece. Unless they were Greeks and hanging out in the bathhouse talking about balls, then they weren't idiots.
Yeah,
Right?
I find it very funny that when we ask them, okay, how did you measure the Earth radius? Oh, Aristophanes, a guy 2,500 years ago. Hello, that's the guy you just said was an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, their guys are better than our guys.
Yeah, weird.
How many civilizations had described the Earth as an enclosed, stationary plane?
And how many of civilizations hadn't a freaking clue because they'd never been outside of the sheeps that they the fields with the sheeps that they heard?
Did he just misspeak?
500 miles. Counting your steps. 500 miles.
That's naivety if you think that. Naivety.
Okay.
That's all they did was stick about their fields with the sheep and that. Come on.
Well,
didn't farmers not need to know things like stars and all that, like seamen did, you know?
Well, if they were so dumb, okay, why many civilizations, they've never met each other before in their life, have the same cosmology?
Yeah.
They all understand it's a stationary, enclosed Earth, not a
They're all
globe
dumb.
spinning in a vacuum.
Yeah.
They're all dumb. That's it. Everybody.
It's really weird.
I'm sure they could tell that the sun was cyclical, like we can, like the stars are cyclical. I'm sure they could tell back then, obviously.
Mm-hmm. How does he think? Does he know? Has he ever heard of the solar cycles before?
No.
I'm sure he has by now, being in the arena this long, at least.
Obviously, he has. Yeah, I think he's even heard it from me before, sir.
But one civilization had challenged this notion with the belief that the sphere is a perfect shape, so God had to create it as such. On the other
Wow, the music, right.
Yeah, maybe if you don't put the video so loud, it won't be blasting everybody's ears, Craig.
He's definitely done that because it didn't sound like that when I watched it live. It just sounded normal volume, and I can hear you guys normally, but when that goes on, it blares through my speakers.
He is like half the level of what the video is on there. Okay, you guys, I had to put so soft so I can hear you just so that video is not blasting crazier.
He did that on purpose, you think?
Yeah.
So he can complain about
music and that, doesn't he? So.
But listen, you see what he's doing again? I've presented an argument now, and now he's moaning about the music again.
I mean, if he wanted a retort or something, he could just say, actually, we don't think the sphere is the perfect shape. It's an oblate spheroid or whatever. That's what I would have said.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's not actually making an argument up. He's just going straight to let me moan about sound that's coming from his system that's so loud, set so loud.
Is it just me, or is the music way louder than his voice? It's not just my headphones, right?
No, it is you.
It's you. You're a chuff nugget.
My voice is louder than the music, but the problem is you've blasted this video so loud that the music and my voice sounds like I'm shouting.
Mm-hmm.
other hand, we see staunch defenders for what is the flat earth seem to be looped into the endless cycles of debate and ridicule from the ones who claim the position is nothing but idiocy and a joke.
Yes, we do enjoy showing your idiocy to the world. You are the internet's pet rock. Flat Earth is a joke. You are correct.
So point again. Well done. You're obsessed with flat Earth, and you think it's dumb. I want to ask you also a question because I'm sure you're different than this. If you find something stupid, you're obviously not going to worry about it, are you?
I mean, some of the others who I've told about my interests, they're like, why do you care about this so much? It's so stupid. And I mean, I do care about what others would call stupid, but I'm not there to laugh at. I'm not there to laugh at it. I'm there because it's fascinating. Other worldviews are fascinating.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that's interesting and fascinating. But let's put in a scenario like, would you go and sell all your possessions or whatever and do everything? Your life is just going to revolve around that thing just because you find it stupid?
Well, no, not because I find it stupid, but I would do it because I find it fascinating.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Well,
I
I
say.
have to look at it like this though too, and he also said because it's humorous and entertaining. And I'm like, okay. So how is saying the same shit over and over and over and insulting people? I mean, after a while, you remember in Idiocracy, the #1 television show was Ow My Balls,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And it was, how many times can you sit there and laugh at somebody getting kicked in the nuts or hitting the nuts somehow? And
Yeah.
it's like, this is the same thing that this guy does, And
Yeah,
it'd be
it's like-
different if he was actually putting out some interesting shit, but all he's doing is just being like, he's like a Simon Cowell type where he's just going, should have never been born and you're a retard. And his audience loves that because people are
Yeah,
awful. People are
it's-
awful.
it's like going to a comedy show and watching it over and over the whole time. It just nothing new about it, nothing to laugh about. It's just the same joke being presented.
So it's
not about entertaining meat sacks, dude. That's what you're non-thinking puppets.
Yeah.
I did a search on Craig.
I know.
Oh wait, now I know
Dichotomy
what I
begs
was,
an important question.
Sorry?
Wait, now I know what I was trying to say at the beginning. Well, the anti-flat earthers who make this a major part of their lives, who start YouTube channels and make debunking videos, for a major part, they're the ones who see science and being good at science as a major part of their personality.
Yeah, they do have an ego problem. That's why I said they're narcissists. They do think that they are the bee's knees.
Yeah, they have a stake in it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a monetary stake. It can also just be a personal stake.
But it is part of it, though.
Like,
I can guarantee you, a lot of them won't even do this if they weren't making money out of it. They would just eventually just get fed up and leave.
What have they got without flat Earth?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, this is Craig's job. This is literally Craig's job to do this.
He said it at the start, didn't he?
Yeah.
About being monetized, it bugs us. He's monetized. Bug me. He's monetized about it. Not at all.
Right, I go to sleep with a clear conscience. I've never been done for beating an old age pensioner.
Shut up.
Just
I don't
saying.
care if you put something under the sofa. You get it. You put it there.
What I think is that science itself has become dishonest because they have a point to prove.
Yeah. Science isn't science anymore. It's become pseudoscience.
How does engaging with the flat earth affect these globe believers mentally and emotionally? Does the constant need to defend their viewpoints stem from a place of insecurity?
Maybe you don't know what the word insecurity means there, Flatzoid, but no. Well, I mean, I started this YouTube channel because Nathan Thompson banned me from his Flat Earth group for asking about gravity. And because Demarble started the flat Earth offensive to attack science and logic and reasoning. So
So making my point again. Well done.
To attack science? How do you attack science?
Yeah, but not just that. You see what it's saying. I got so offended that I got blocked from Nathan Thompson's channel. So I went and started a YouTube channel to show him.
Yeah. Oh
That's
my
ego
god.
driven for sure.
That is obsessive behavior.
Little children. Yeah.
So most people would just say, "Oh, okay, I'm kicked from your channel. Okay, bye," and leave. Just move on with your life. No, what did he decide to do? I'll show you. I'm just going to create a YouTube channel. I'm just going to try and attack flat earthers, take it personally, whatever they say.
Recent phenomenon of an 8-hour documentary about how dumb flat earthers are. Right, yeah, so you spent 4 to 5 months and you said, "Oh God, why did they ever think facial hair would be a good idea on me?" Guys, don't ever let me do that again, please. How many hours? Thousands of hours of flat earth content?
I'd say order of probably 1,000.
Right, so Veritas has spent thousands of hours watching flat earth content, making an 8-hour documentary. Recently you went into Flatzoid's stream when he started doing a review of your documentary. Why did you go in? Did someone tag you to say that he was doing it, or?
So I had talked to him a little bit behind the scenes while I was doing all my research, because I wanted to try to get some information from the flat earth side. I kind of made up my mind pretty early. I didn't want to talk to them live just because.
Yeah, dumpster fires.
Like I said, me and Veritas have been we have been talking a bit in Discord, but I did ask him if he wants to have a discussion, and he seems not to want to.
It's easier for him to just run you through the coals if he can not hear you defend yourself.
I'm not sure what point he's trying to make here.
Obsession. Literally talking about the obsession. He spent 1,000 hours making a mockumentary.
1,000 hours. He didn't spend 1,000 hours watching the videos. No. Based on what I saw and listened to what he said, he watched very little.
Mm-hmm. He didn't really have an understanding of what's going on.
Mm-mm.
And as Elle said, crickets. Nothing but crickets.
Yeah, but literally, you can see what is being presented. I gave the context, and now we're listening to a guy going and saying how much of his time he had to do to look into something that he thought was so stupid and idiotic. Okay?
I mean,
that would be obsessed, yes.
I can sort of empathize with Veritas here. When I first got into this, I was just reading conspiracy theory accounts online, watching the videos. I was a bit scared to actually talk to them too, but as you can see, I got over it.
Yeah.
I mean, his name does it for me. Veritas. It means truth or reality in Latin or something.
Look, Veritas as a person self, I think, is an okay guy, but I do find him a bit dishonest because he has, really does it backhandedly, trying to say flat Earth is stupid and not trying to own up to saying it. You know what I mean? But the fact now is with Craig, he's just saying, "Oh, what's your point?" It's like, dude, you're supposed to be an ex-nuclear physicist, and you don't know the point just made. What's up?
To be fair, he never claimed to be a nuclear physicist, just a nuclear engineer.
Engineer. I keep saying physicist. I mean engineer.
You said it again, Flatzoid. Damn it.
Because I'm still sure he said it somewhere, and I can't find it.
I remember us talking about it at one point. I just can't remember how long ago it was.
Yeah. Yes, so Luca, what's up, man? You saying bye?
No. Yes, I want to talk. I think it could be an obsession making an 8-hour documentary. But it could also not be an obsession too, depending on if it, was an expense of other activities. It could just be a passion, not an
Passion.
obsession. Yeah, no
Well,
passion.
you can be passionately obsessed, right? I'll give you an obsession, Luca. You're a Glober and you go into a flat Earth server every day and have a conversation.
Wow.
Yeah, you're obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the definition of obsession is.
That's not enough. That's not.
Well, it kind of is, Luca, because you don't do it to your own ilk, do you? You don't go to Globers as much, do you?
No, because they don't talk to him.
Well, yeah. They don't host. They don't go on StreamYard or Restream, so I can't easily get in.
When they get to Discord, they do Discord, don't they?
Yeah, they're snobs, dude.
Friends.
Yeah.
I am friends with them on Discord. I am friends with FTFE, MC Toon, and BHD Tony on Discord.
Everywhere.
It's just there's levels of obsession as well. I mean, obviously these guys are more obsessed than you, Luca. You know what I mean? But
Well, Luca, I would say you're obsessed with ChatGTP.
yeah,
Because everything you
There
complain,
you
you're wanting an answer for, you go to ChatGPT. So I would say you're not obsessed with that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but you do like the topic, so you're always here, Luca, right?
There's no need
That's
to be
because
upset about it,
deep
Luca.
down inside, he knows the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's programming is fighting it hard.
Yeah.
It's fighting it hard. It's the same thing with all these guys. They all know. They all know. And there's no way that they can't know by this point in time. So what is it? It's actually just a job.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, don't be upset about it, Luca. Just accept it and just be a flat earther because you know the truth, dude.
No, I don't.
You do. You just want to
You don't know the truth? Come on.
Well, I know the truth.
Oh, you don't know the truth.
I know it's a globe. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
you don't know that.
But you
You've
don't.
been told that. You don't
You
know
believe
that
it.
at all. You've been told
Yeah, you
that.
believe it.
Mm-hmm. You want to think that.
Think about Plato's
Okay,
cave, man. Yeah.
If everyone is lying about everything, then then it's a belief,
Well, yeah, it's a belief, all right. And I've actually had
Yep.
Glovers tell me that they have a straight up belief, and that's what they admit it. And I give them props for admitting that they believe a lot of the science is put out to them.
But for those people who have actually gone out and done experiments, it's not a belief anymore.
Like what?
They're
Like what
done
experiments?
Don't make me say it.
So,
Do you believe they can see microbial life on other planets with bloody telescopes?
How powerful is the telescope?
oh my gosh.
Any telescope, the most powerful telescope ever.
Yeah.
Then you're just deluded.
Yes, delusional.
When we can't
They
even
said
Well,
satellites
I'm
up.
sure.
You don't really have a concept of what you believe.
The ones that NASA have, NASA make billions of dollars, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
It's
wouldn't
still billions of dollars. Yeah.
they have the ability to create something very powerful?
Well, not only within the realms of reality.
But they have this much trouble getting back to the moon.
Do you realize that those pictures you see from these supposed telescopes that you're talking about, that's not what the telescope is seeing. That's an artist's rendition based on the data that has come back from the telescope.
Based on
That's not really what it looks like. There's nobody is actually seeing that.
No.
Neil deGrasse Tyson even said, yes, if you can see an infrared, this is exactly what it would look like. And it's like, well, we don't see an infrared.
And how would you know? Because we
Jesus, criminally.
Didn't the first ever colored photo from deep space come in like 2018 or something from Hubble or something? Like That was
Sophia.
beautiful, wasn't
Talking
it?
about Sophia.
Sophia's on an airplane.
Yeah.
No,
That's Hubble.
No. I mean from the Hubble, you know, the Hubble.
Yeah, Sophia.
Yeah,
Based,
Sophia, dude.
based on someone that writes science fiction. He's named after
What's
Hubble's
Sophia?
named after someone that writes science.
Sophia is a high altitude plane.
Yeah, we caught him in the act of
not a
admitting
plane,
it.
like a high power.
Didn't you know? But didn't you know that, Luca, that Sophia is Hubble?
Sophia, no.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
So you think it's a plane? So what is Sophia? It's a plane.
It's a telescope on a plane.
Plane with
Telescope on a
a
plane.
telescope on it.
Okay. So.
And Hubble is supposed to be in space, correct?
Uh-huh.
Weird.
But so what? Sophia is a plane with a telescope on it. Therefore, it's
Sophia is Hubble.
Well, what
Hubble's not real.
What's the point here? What do you say?
There's no satellite in space with a telescope on it.
There's no telescope. There's no telescope in space, Luca. There's no telescope in space.
It's named after L. Ron Hubbard, who wrote science fiction. Does that not tell you something?
So
and come up with a religion called Scientology. Does that not tell you something?
A plane.
No, that was Hubbard.
Oh, yeah, of course it was.
Hubble.
I'm thinking the wrong person, aren't I? Of course I am. What a numpty.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
he
named
was
after
actually an astrophysicist.
Edwin Hubble.
Yeah, of course. That was right. I totally got the wrong name there.
They're all part of the same group, though. They all were in the same lodge, actually. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard, Jack Parsons, Leicester Crowley, Werner von Braun, all your founders of NASA.
My
Yeah,
bad.
I mean,
that made me sound really stupid. My bad on that one.
all right.
Oh, goodness, PJ.
Is it? Wait. Is it a modified Boeing 747 SP?
Yes, it is.
Sophia? Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay. I know what you're talking about now.
I interviewed Veritas about the documentary that he made, and we talked about how he went into Flatzoid's stream. I'm confused about what point Flatzoid's trying to make here. Could some of you guys maybe clue me into his points? I'm not sure.
Yeah. And he has a laugh smoke with it then.
That look.
So, guys, this is the guy that's claiming to be the smart guy. Yeah, just have to point it out.
Okay, no,
it was claiming to be smart.
It was the James Webb telescope that saw the that had the first colored images from space. Not Hubble, my bad.
Yeah, it really did, Luca. Yeah, James Webb.
Yeah. So, just correcting myself.
Are you guys getting buffering? Because it says to me there's excellent condition, and there's Flatzoid phone speaker. Flat world, I'm aware of.
The return of
World of Minecraft.
FTFE's eternal connection issues.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't blame him. He lives in the middle of nowhere in Scotland or something.
Nowhere?
Middle of nowhere.
I don't think they allow him to be within a certain proximity of people.
Well, to be fair, I live practically in the middle of nowhere, probably even more remote than him, and I have stable internet.
Scotland's
we have what we call underground cables.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Not
from
satellites. Yeah.
I'm from way out in Scotland, and the internet connection where I'm from in Scotland.
I mean,
I'm not
look
there
at
the
Vlad.
minute, but it's fast.
Yeah, look at Ironworks. Look at Vlad. He's linked to Starlink.
Yeah.
And it's atrocious.
It's horrible, dude. It is.
It's horrible.
He freezes every 5 minutes, man.
Yeah, he streams. It freezes all the time, and Starlink's supposed to be this brilliant satellite service.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It is.
And have you guys seen the Minecraft movie trailer?
I did his though. That's why I said let's maybe we can have a debate then, since he doesn't have a discussion because he feels it's not going to be honest to talk to flat earthers.
And he would be absolutely correct. Talking to flat earthers is talking to dishonest people that lie to you constantly. He would be right.
guy.
You see, guys, what I'm saying? Everything he says takes those traits and personifies it perfectly.
And everything he says fits himself perfectly.
He's a magnifying glass on himself.
He's just talking about himself without knowing it.
Yeah. So that's why I said the only reason we're showing this tonight is to show, again, more validation for what my documentary is about. That's it. Because I'm waiting for McToon to do the same, and probably Simon Dan later or someone else. And then see what their rebuttals are. I mean, at least he's got better than what's at Arctic Reflections the other night.
Oh, that was awful.
Oh yeah, that was horrible. That was almost like
bad.
7 hours of documentary. Yeah.
But just even the way he's got it set up is it's too small as well.
Yeah.
I was going to say something about reception. Sorry.
Yeah.
But you got when I'm here.
Stephen Hawkins went to Diddy freak off parties. Matthew Sick. I was like, oh my God, no.
Vicky read that, and she just buys me with the Hubble and Hubbard. She thought it was Sean Hawkins. It's Stephen Hawkins.
Well, you see, Stephen Hawkins, he had to replace his pad because it got full of baby oil.
Yeah, I know, with the GHB in it. Mm.
Well, yeah, all of that stuff. Listen, it's not illegal to have lube. It's not illegal to have baby oil. So why would the feds confiscate that?
Exactly.
Think about it, y'all.
Don't you find it odd that they had so much of it, though?
I know. That's
because it was drugs. It was drugs disguised as that.
Yeah, earlier I didn't mean to cut you off, Flats, but I was going to say when I get bad reception here, it's because of the hills and the valleys. When I go between here and work, I lose reception because I'm going down in the valley. It's nothing to do with the sky at all. It's just my level where I'm at, what's blocking the view of the satellites. I mean, the microwave.
Yeah, but even with me, I've got mountains all around me.
Yeah.
The people that are on like with satellites and stuff, they struggle the most.
What?
I'm gonna head off now. See you guys.
All right, Luke.
Cheers, Luca.
See ya.
I'll see you
Good to see
tonight.
you, man.
You know, another thing I've noticed too, and I don't know, is a lot of these globe guys, they have overwhelming effeminate traits. I'm just going to put it out there like that. And then, like last night, I was watching Duffy's latest video, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And he's talking about the movie. He says, in the movie Willow, and if you don't know about Willow or not a fan of Willow, then you and I can't be besties. And I was like, gay. What? I'm like, come on, bro. And made up some story about every time I say the word troll, my kids break out in this song from the movie. I'm like, oh, shut up. They do not.
You gotta love the movie Willow, though.
Willow was
a good movie.
The dwarves in that, in it. Yeah, Warwick Davis. Yeah. Right.
Great movie.
Besties? We can't be besties if you're not a fan of Willow. And I'm like, gay.
Yeah, he does. You're right, Jeff. I said Craig does live in the town.
Come on, Craig.
Yeah, everyone's agreeing the background music of this is way too loud. I know this is, we're not really talking about the content of it, but more the editing. And but this is a documentary, and it looks nice. He's obviously spent time doing it, and if he just worked a little bit harder on the audio, then it could have been a bit better.
Yeah, maybe Kettle Black. Maybe if you put your sound a bit softer on your side, Craig, it wouldn't be so overbearing.
That's just because Craig's overbearing.
He's the first person I've had complain about the sound on your documentary.
It certainly wasn't like that live. It wasn't blaring like that live.
It wasn't
No, it wasn't.
even when we watched it back.
It is.
Yeah, you're right, Jeff. Craig lives in a fantasy.
Too loud.
No.
Or maybe he even distorted the audio by choice. You can do that. You have software where you can distort video files audio and put the levels differently. He could be doing that behind the scene.
No, look, you can still hear I am louder than the music.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
The video that he's playing it at such a high sound rate, it's much louder than him. So every time it plays, it blasts everybody's ears and it's like, oh, it's my fault that it's so loud. No, it's him that's placed it so loud on his own stream.
Yeah, so he's got more things to bitch about.
Yep.
You know, hey, to be fair, what he's done is better than a lot of other flat earthers. Okay, because he's managed to upload a video without stabbing himself in the eye somehow. But anyway.
No, thanks, Craig. Thanks. Yeah.
Wow.
And then you go to my channel and see I've got like 1,300 videos.
Yeah, what a backhanded compliment, eh?
Well, videos and streams. But yeah, it's weird. But that's what I say. It's literally just insulting for no reason whatsoever than just insulting.
Yeah.
Dapper Dinosaur in the chat says, watch out for the Klingons. And if you...
Okay.
Where I play Lieutenant...
Okay, get on to it.
Yeah, I run into Klingons.
Like, what kind of excuse is that?
Wow.
So, Veritas, if you don't want to do it just as a discussion, we can debate if that's really how you want to discuss with me. It's fine. I think it's a bit cowardish, to be honest, to say, let me make stuff about Flat Earth, but I refuse to talk to Flat Earther.
Irony there, because, you know, Flatzoid won't talk...
Well, what happened there?
When really...
What?
It looks like... I don't know. He had
I didn't catch that.
Looked like it was a bit cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said it.
Okay. Let's go back.
Cut out, or maybe
Yeah, let's take it.
He said irony
Because,
and then it clipped.
You know, Flatzoid won't talk...
What?
Yeah, there's a clip. There is.
Yeah.
He cut it out. He edited this.
This is supposed to be live, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That means he did it afterwards. What did he say? Wait. I didn't even realize this because I listened to this today while I was at work on my phone. 31 minutes. I got to see something. Because I'm sure I didn't see that happen. Wow.
Something about honesty doesn't ring true here. Yeah.
Still on ballot and always maintain garbage and stuff like that.
I'm just going to see if it shows like it on my phone as well.
He feels it's not going to be honest to talk to Flat Earthers.
And he would be absolutely correct. Talking to Flat Earthers is talking to dishonest people that lie to you constantly. He would be right.
It's going to show now.
Yeah, everyone's agreeing the background music of this is way too loud. I know this is, you know, we're not really talking about the... He's obviously spent time doing it, and if he just worked a little bit harder on the audio, then it could have been a bit better, you know? Hey, to be fair, what he's done is better than a lot of other flat earthers, okay? Because he's managed to upload a video without stabbing himself in the eye somehow. But anyway...
I want to see if it gets...
Dapper Dinosaur in the chat says, watch out for the Klingons. And if you want to see what happens when I interact with Klingons, then please join Top Hats Off tomorrow at 1 a.m. UK time for episode 2 of Star Trek Lexington, where I play Lieutenant Commander Terran Shelby.
What a nerd.
Yep.
A sad little man.
Like, what kind of excuse is that? Wow. So, Veritas, if you don't want to do it as a discussion, we can debate if it's really how you want to discuss with me. It's fine. I think it's a bit cowardish, to be honest, to say, let me make stuff about Flat Earth, but I refuse to talk to Flat Earther.
Irony there, because, you know, Flatzoid won't talk.
Oh, no, it does it in here as well.
Does it?
Really?
He must have lost signal or something. It clicked back.
If it's live.
And does it still
That's
have
weird.
the live chat replay and everything?
I just find that odd. But I wonder what he said though. Maybe he's going to repeat himself. I hope. No.
When really, I didn't want, and this is kind of what I had said when I talked to them. I'm not interested in debating.
Oh yeah, to be fair, that was an assumption I made that he didn't stab himself in the eye whilst editing. I have no proof of that. So thank you for pointing out in the chat. I appreciate it.
Brilliant.
Those lines are fun. Those lines are good, correct?
Yeah, they look good.
Okay.
It was a knife, not a fork.
Yeah, we always used to play as kids like, give me my fork and knife.
Man.
The things that science figured out hundreds of years ago that you guys have debated a million times, like I'm not going to bring anything new to the conversation. They're not going to change their minds. So I started, I pinged.
I don't understand. Are you guys actually getting buffering? Because it literally says excellent connection here. I don't understand.
Yeah, you don't understand a lot of things.
And his connection looks bad right now.
Looks like he's
Well,
streaming fun to me.
he did. Yeah, to be fair, he did struggle a lot with connection. So. But let's get to where actually
there's buffering.
Has anything to say?
Let me out the buffering. But anyway, let's carry on with the derp.
A few flat earthers. Flatzoid was one of them, and you know, had kind of the wishful thinking that I'd get any sort of information out of him.
The dumbest.
And so somebody had sent me the link, and I watched like 3 minutes of it, and I was like cringing in pain because they had gotten 3 minutes into the.
Oh yeah, and by the way, one of his subscribers actually super chatted him, told him he must copyright strike me for using this.
What?
Why?
Yeah, at least Craig was smart enough to understand that he can't copyright strike me for it because it falls under fair use and it's been edited too much to be able to be copyright striked.
Cool. It's like
But yeah, that's the level of things you get from people.
They're desperate.
If it's so stupid, why do they want you to copyright strike their content?
Exactly, and you've got people obsessed with you that try and copyright you for your own stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, you muted, Dave.
Why are they so angry and spiteful like that? You know, if it's just for fun or you think it's ridiculous, and why are you such a spiteful little turd?
Scott Rowe actually says, yeah, doesn't he use Starlink for his internet? I think he does.
Space.
And that's probably why his internet's sucky.
To the video, and had already gotten like everything wrong.
Oh yeah. It's incredible watching.
Sorry, I don't know why Restream defaulted all of my settings to weird shit. So real quick, let me just clarify that. So that last thing there, that wasn't me saying those things. That was me talking about the things that people say to me, right? I wasn't saying that my IQ was dropping. I wasn't, right? Like,
I was gathering you were giving 4 different arguments from what people see.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
Blackburn Big Dragon says, "How's it feel to be a movie star, Craig?"
Wow. Not even actually, saying anything based on what is being presented here.
No.
Remember, the claim just was that he's so dumb he didn't even know what I was talking about, and literally showing a clip of him agreeing with what we said. So in other words, he lied then, Craig. We said exactly what was going on because he agreed with what we were saying. Yes, he's already
Do you
planning.
think
He's
FTFE is going to react to this stream?
Hi, Craig.
Hi, actually, you should talk to Stry because she's actually a very cool person.
She's not toxic.
I can tell you, to be honest, I think that Veritas does have a bias. He does think we're complete morons, though, deep down.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
To be fair, we think they're complete morons.
He has. Yeah, Veritas has actually like separated himself from the whole flat Earth thing though. Since this, I think he's just got. I think he's also got trolled quite a lot because of this.
From both
But
sides, probably.
but his mockumentary made so much views and stuff and so successful. He's obviously going to try and make a new one sometime again.
Nice.
Mm.
I'll be sure.
I don't know if you know the link I just wrote in the private chat, Flats, but that all of you who do shows, we could all use something like that. You know, I think we can find something better, but this one allows you to try the thing. It makes the sound and speech very clean.
Ah, that's quite cool.
Oh, thanks.
Even if your
I had
mic,
to, I had to use a AI thing on my documentaries, by the way, for a part with Will Duffy. You know that when he has that interview and we're sitting on a chair because he has his own background music there. I had to use the AI program to take that background music out so I can put my own in.
and his audio was too loud, if I remember right.
Yeah, I had to change it and everything and set it separately. So AI is useful though.
You know, there's more videos about me by flat earthers than I've made videos. Like, if you're getting any more buffering, please just refresh. It shouldn't be happening. And how big is your therapy bill? That is the main question, really.
Yeah, no, like I said, NASA's paychecks are covering.
Sure, it's getting louder.
Oh yeah, it is.
It really seems to be getting loud on my side.
It sounds
And
like
that,
I did speak to Karen in payroll, and you are officially on the payroll now, so you should be receiving your shield checks or watching Flatzoid's panel.
Buddha Herb, he says FTFE is correct. And what is he correct on? He hasn't made any points. How's he correct on anything if he hasn't even made a point?
Oh, come on.
What does HERB stand for, dude? That's what I want to know.
Herpes.
That's what I was thinking.
He couldn't spell derp.
Oh, okay.
He didn't have enough room for genital wart.
Wow.
Flatzoid realizes that was a joke, yeah? Please tell me Flatzoid realizes that was a joke. No, he doesn't, does he? Because they all think they're the smartest people in the world.
This is a game I've been seeing played by the anti-flat earth side for a while, claiming that we claim to know everything, where we constantly claim we don't know things, while all...
Well, no, what you do, Flatzoid, is you tell me I'm wrong about science and you know science better than me, so what you just did there was lie.
All they do is claim to know everything and show to be ignorant.
Okay, no, because we actually know the things. You know, for instance, I went to university and studied physics for a degree.
And yet you don't know the difference between a closed and open system. You don't know that the second law of thermodynamics consists of 3 systems, not just one system. Making my point.
He needs to get his money back for his diploma.
Yeah. Quite sad.
Well, no, he bought that diploma. That's all anybody's doing. Okay? All you have to do is just pass the test. And if you can memorize long enough to regurgitate the shit they told you back onto a piece of paper and pay them enough money, well, they'll give you that little piece of paper too. And you can pretend that you're smart then, see?
Yeah, that's the epitome of learn, isn't it? Just regurgitate.
But yeah, let's just let him talk because he's gonna be making my point very soon.
Therefore, I know more about physics than you,
Exactly.
who ate glue at the back of a science class.
Okay.
You know, we are not the same.
Clearly,
Thank
we're
you.
not the same.
Thank you.
I'm happy I'm not the same. Thank you very much.
Well,
what did
there's something you
Duffy-
can both agree on.
Duffy said that they've agreed that he said that if they don't see the 24-hour sun in Antarctica, he's going to change his channel to fight the globe Earth, right?
Oh, no.
And I just commented. I said, "No, fuck that. We don't want him. We don't want him. Nobody. We don't want him. I don't care what he says. I don't like. He's a reprehensible creature. He's terrible.
Mm-hmm. Toxic, proper toxic.
Yep.
We'll jump ship in a heartbeat, is what he's saying. Like
somebody's gonna beat his ass if he goes down. I swear to God. that the whole final.
Hey, Tiny Captain, how you doing?
Fist fight, man.
Yeah,
It's over. It'll be a fist fight.
A lot of people want to. Same with me too.
Yeah, guys, try switching to 720. Maybe that will help you. You're all nice and positive, aren't they? Yeah, so many nice ones.
Okay.
Very important thing about the second law of thermodynamics, and that is the type of system that it deals with. What kind of system is that?
Are you saying it's isolated systems?
Well, that is what the second law of thermodynamics is, isn't it? Because the second law of thermodynamics deals with... Oh, this is interesting. So, right, he is...
Now pay attention how he's literally going to show that he is ignorant to the subject. Literally.
Playing me, talking about the second law of thermodynamics, right? And we are claiming, I'm pointing out that the second law of thermodynamics, specifically the second law, deals with isolated systems. Okay?
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
It deals with open, closed, and isolated systems. Tony Whitcomb, thank you for your £10 super chat. He says, the claim that light came from a star takes so long to reach Earth that the star could be dead already, yet they could get footage back from the Mars within hours, and that's video footage. Boom. Mic drop. Tony, you rock. Thank you very much for your spirit. There's so much wrong with everything they're claiming. They claim we see back into the past.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can I recant my last statement? It's the epitome of critical thinking. That's what they teach you in college.
Yeah.
Not just learning what they tell you.
But thank you very much, Tony Whitcomb. Really appreciate it, man. I 100% agree with you. That's that's insane. But yeah, I got a question. Has anybody ever driven a car before?
Once in a while.
Yeah. Has anybody opened the bonnet or hood in your guys' case and looked at that thing called an engine?
Yeah,
sometimes.
Is that engine an isolated system?
No, it's an open system.
Open and closed. Yeah. Does thermodynamics? Does that engine work on what the second law of thermodynamics?
Every day.
Huh. Weird, Craig. You do know if someone goes and studies motor mechanics, they literally study entropy.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Weird.
That'll put his foot in
But
his
I'm
mouth.
the guy that doesn't know what's going on.
Okay. Now he has put up on the screen what is a thermodynamic system. This isn't what is the second law of thermodynamics. And it's right. Thermodynamics involves the study of various systems. But the second law specifically deals with an isolated system.
False.
No, it doesn't.
That Craig was an only child.
Okay,
Isolated system's only theoretical.
Yeah, it's not even real.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a hypothetical, theoretical. There we go. Second law of thermodynamics examples. The gasoline in a tank of a car represents potential energy which can be burnt to do work to move the car. This is an irreversible process as the kinetic energy of the car moving cannot be converted back into the chemical potential energy of the gasoline. Second law of thermodynamics. Oh my word. Do you want more, Craig? Do you want more?
I guess what he means is that you can add more fuel into the system.
No, the thing is, he claims the law of entropy, which is the second law of thermodynamics, only deals with an isolated system. He only says it only deals with the universe, in other words. It doesn't deal with Earth as an open or closed surface system. It doesn't deal with a car's engine, like I just gave an example. He's trying to act like he knows what he's talking about because as shown on screen, he's wrong. So now he's trying to say, I'm dishonest for showing a citation on screen about thermodynamic systems. Well, he's trying to say, those thermodynamic systems have nothing to do with the second law.
when literally it is. I can show multiple citation for this. I can show MIT lessons literally based on the second law of thermodynamics talking about all three systems.
I guess I should be quiet. I don't know anything about thermodynamics.
It's really simple. It's not really a complicated subject. It's
The
a
thing
transfer
is-
of energy.
The thing is, you don't need papers to understand a subject. Thank you, MIT, with your free online courses. Really weird.
I know.
And what is the only isolated system? The entire universe.
That's a claim right there. That is.
So yeah, very dishonest of you there, Flatzoid.
You see, I can bring citation up. He can't.
That's right.
What does he have? I know, you're just wrong. Because me, clever man, I study. I have paper. You don't, so you're dumb. Okay, keep telling yourself that, Craig.
I want an example of an isolated system in the universe itself, besides the universe.
Besides the universe, exactly.
You see, the overall entropy will always increase in the universe because it's the outer boundary of the work being done. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And what's beyond that, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Yeah. And he thinks he's so confident with this.
Entropic processes within an isolated system. So the isolated system that it's talking about is the universe, right?
Okay. So you're saying that being an isolated system?
I'm saying that the universe is an isolated system, and that is what the second law of thermodynamics refers to. And
okay.
It is an absolute fact that the entropy of the isolated system, the universe, always increases.
Correct. And Earth is a closed open.
Earth is classed as a closed system in physics.
Wait, what's going on? Has the stream stopped?
No, looks perfect to me.
I'm really confused. Right, it's telling me there's excellent connection.
All right.
I'm going to
Yeah,
go back a
despite
bit.
his best efforts,
'cause
Craig could not triumph against his connection.
Yeah, he did struggle a bit. That's for sure. Because it was people moaning a lot that it's buffering and stuff. But at least his upload is fine.
He can blame it on entropy.
Oh, and I'm Craig. Since I know you get pissed off when Americans pronounce your name incorrectly, Craig. Okay.
Craig.
Thank you.
Fucking Craig.
I think we should just be safe and call him Felicia.
There you go.
Or not call him at all. How about that?
Yeah.
Apparently the stream stopped for you guys.
Okay. Get on with it.
Weird.
Okay.
Weird.
Weird.
Dave McKeegan for £2 says, I don't even have the volume on and I can hear stupid. I know, that's how.
Well done, Dave McKeegan.
Oh, David boy.
That poor dog's gonna die of boredom.
Oh, triangles.
You don't have the volume on, but the guy is talking about Craig.
It works.
I remember the first interaction I had with Dave McKeegan actually was when I was on FTFE show, remember? And Dave McKeegan thought he's going to come and, embarrass me. And he ended up conceding my point.
He does that a lot, dude. He really does. He proves flat Earth on a regular.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Vara's in the house. And Sandra. Sorry, guys, I didn't see you there. How's it going?
Hey, guys.
Long time no see, Vara.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Didn't get to see the stream.
Hey, man.
I knew this was coming. You know, the globies, they get
Sandra.
mad.
Hi, everybody.
Good to
Hi,
see you guys.
Right.
What's up?
Panel full of
So good to
honkies
see you,
again.
but I can't see you.
So what are your guys' thoughts so far?
It just does what he normally does. You know,
Yeah,
just
it's Craig.
poisons everything, makes it toxic, and just he doesn't get to the subject at all. It's just he's basically just interacting with his chat, talking crap with him, isn't he?
Yeah, you can tell that he doesn't believe what he's actually saying.
No.
Yeah, it looks almost like he's like pausing and he's trying to think, you know, I have to say something. So just insults.
It's not a sideways cross, it's his flag.
I get that shit every time I come onto a
Every
stream.
time.
Any show.
It's not a sideways cross, guys. It's his country's flag. Come on.
God damn it.
I'm used to it now.
I said the same thing to Beerbo. I said the same thing.
I said the first time I saw him.
And it's weird. You're correct. Every time you come on, somebody asks you that.
Every time. It's not even just, you know, like flat earth or Christian channels. It's like everywhere. It's weird.
What's up with the cross, man? Why is it sideways? Come on, tell us. Really, tell us the truth. Come on, spit it out. You're a Satanist, dude. We know it.
Yeah, you're a half Satanist.
I don't have a good reasoning, honestly. I just beg your all forgiveness.
His religion is in
You're forgiven.
Randomly Epic for $5 says, I'll probably have to come back and watch the rest of this later. Mother Nature's reminding me in Earth, right?
Okay.
The entropy of the isolated system, the universe, always increases.
God, this was ages ago. Look how fat I was. Good lord.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
there's where you got it.
one of the first debates I actually ever had.
Fair play to him. He has lost weight, though.
Shame he can't lose it off his head.
You're saying he's a bad head? Is that what you're saying, Vicky?
I thought I had an egghead. He's got an egghead.
He's got a neat heat.
Give props to Greg for losing weight, man. He was a chubby man.
Yeah, he has to lose weight before his operation.
Oh, yeah.
That heart attack, man. He's gonna have one of those.
Not on wood.
And Earth is closed open.
Earth is classed as a closed system in physics.
That's not true because you claim to have astronauts leaving Earth.
Yeah, a closed system in physics allows for the transfer of small parts of matter and energy. It's not completely isolated like an isolated system. It allows for some transfer of energy between systems.
Yeah. So what he's doing here is he's trying to be very, there's rigid, but in physics you can have a very nearly closed system, which is what Earth is. Earth is classed as a closed system because the amount of matter and energy that transfers is so little that it's practically zero. So Earth is still classed as a closed system.
Okay, if you classify something as something, does it make it that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, only in special cases like this one where, you can get a small amount of matter across from one system to another.
Mm-hmm.
Just in this one, yeah.
That's like classifying a whole piece of the world as colored people. That doesn't mean anything. They are in all different variations of colors. It doesn't mean they are black or they are brown or they are yellow or,
It's just to fit their narrative. That's why he does this, that they say it can transfer.
So, while Earth itself is a closed system, all systems inside the Earth's atmosphere are considered open systems. An open system is a system in which both energy and matter can transfer with the surroundings. Human beings are just one of those examples, an open system on Earth. Ooh.
So I'm literally a closed system, or open system, sorry. Yeah.
I'm going to ask again. Remember he said only that like only the universe is just a isolated system, because thermodynamics only really works with isolated systems, the second law. Is the Earth a thermodynamic system? The Earth system is remarkably different from its planetary neighbors in that it shows pronounced, strong global cycling of matter. These global cycles result in maintenance of unique thermodynamic state of the Earth's atmosphere, which is far from thermodynamic equilibrium. Oh no. So it's a dynamic system. That's how you guys have, how we would claim to have a pressure gradient?
Mm-hmm.
Could you read that back again one more time? I think you said something about it's like a thermodynamic system itself.
What now?
In the citation, could you read it back again?
I just went out.
Oh. I thought he just said we do transfer energy in our system and it makes it a thermodynamic.
Yeah, the open system has transfer of energy and matter, where a closed system only has transfer of energy. But Craig says because Earth is classified as a closed system, it isn't actually closed, it's actually open. They're just classifying it as closed because the amount of matter leaving is so small. I mean, it's the same as saying a balloon is a closed system just because it holds air in for an amount of time. A balloon is an open system, by the way. That's why you can leave a balloon, it gets flat, because there's still air that escapes. The matter escapes through the balloon.
You have to have an airtight
Now you can
system.
calculate it as a closed system for a time being, but it doesn't make it a closed system. It's still an open system.
I think they're grasping at straws from what I can see. It's like they got to classify Earth as a different system than the rest of the universe. I think physics are the same here as it is there. It has everything to do with temperature, transfer of energy, no matter what part of the universe you're in. It's all the same. The matter wouldn't act any different there than it does here.
You know, and no.
Sorry.
No, it's Vicky's going whoa because you can hear next door screaming next door. They haven't been there for ages, and as soon as they get back, they're screaming.
Amount of showing pictures is going to change that.
He always gets that stupid look on his face and smiles. He always gets that stupid look on his face and goes, like McLovin in that movie. You've seen that movie, called Superbad?
Yeah,
Remember McLovin? He gets that.
Yeah. McLovin, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's like so nerd, man.
But I love how he's like, it doesn't matter how much pictures and citations you show, you're just wrong.
I got a question for you right quick before you start again. Yeah, he does. Sound it can travel through space. We've heard it travel on the moon and stuff. That would be a transfer of energy, right? So
Yeah, but they claim sound doesn't travel through space.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, but
you need air particles. You need air to transfer the vibration.
Yeah. And then that's the weird thing. What happens when they usually have spacewalks?
Oh, you can hear sound for sure.
Weird.
That's what my point was. You know, that's where I was going with it. You nailed it.
You can see water bubbles too.
I mean, take this with a grain of salt because I've never actually watched a spacewalk, but I think the audio is supposed to be through the radio set.
Yeah. A lot of the time it is just audio chaos through the radio set and stuff. But there's times where you watch, if you sit and watch, you can hear sound that's not part of that astronaut. It comes from outside.
Yeah, like they drop something, or they drop a pickaxe on the moon, and they got or they're pounding on a bolt or something.
Yeah,
and you get
pounding
the
on
sound.
that rod, hitting that metal rod, trying to drive it into the ground, and you hear it going tink, 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 and it's like, what?
You shouldn't hear that. No.
See, that sound needs, in order for there to be sound, there has to be a medium in order for it to be traveling through. It has to vibrate the medium. And in this case, right now, we're using air. I'm turning that into an electrical signal, though. That electrical signal is like light. Okay, now I've turned a vibration here into light, and it's coming out on the other end in a vibration again. So that's kind of remarkable in a sense, but you have to have some kind of a medium. Now, you're picking up radio signals. Radio signals are, of course, light. But I think there, again, light needs a medium in order to propagate.
Yeah, I'm going to drive it home a little bit. I watched
Lisa.
a Russian spacewalk, and they were actually with tools on the outside of the space station, and you could hear it clink and drop in the feed. You could actually hear it hit the side of the space station. That's supposed to be a vacuum of space, not even just the moon. It's in space. I've heard noises in space.
Mm-hmm.
It's because an open system and isolated system are the other ends of those. So when we're talking about systems, the Earth is classed as a closed system, and the universe is the only isolated system that there is. And I will agree with you that the entropy of an isolated system will always increase. But that doesn't mean that you cannot have systems within that isolated system that, within their own isolated part, reverse the laws of entropy. And like they genuinely. So is this documentary just clips of me or something?
Wait. What is one of the traits? Does this guy think that it's all about him?
Obviously.
Sorry, Craig.
Narcissism,
Don't. Yeah, why is he pushing himself so that it's all about him? Did I say anything it's about him, or was I making a point on how dumb he is?
He just want to make himself look like the most interesting person
in the world.
I can't help he says stupid stuff. And he's very confident about it. So I had to use him as an example.
Isn't there a word for that? Dunning-Kruger? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Confident in his ignorance.
We used to just call it being a dumbass. It's
very confused. It's Rubik's for $2 says, is it an FTFE stream about internet issues? Yeah, they give me going on today. Like watching a group of monkeys put shit on a wall. It really is. It's fucking hilarious. When you went in,
The globe defending side always has a way of trying to show insult and incredulity towards Flat Earth.
We show no incredulity towards Flat Earth. We understand Flat Earth extremely well. We understand that there is no Flat Earth model that you can show us. And yeah, we would insult you by calling you fucking stupid. But don't pretend like you don't do that as well. Don't pretend that for the past decade, Flat Earthers haven't been calling Globe Earthers retards and morons.
You see, there's a difference between what we do and what they do. Doesn't he show a space pizza and then just insult because what's his reason? Oh, it's just dumb. When we call a guy a moron, it's a fact. It's not that we're insulting him. It's a fact. Like we just showed, Craig, you don't understand thermodynamic systems like I just showed you. So I have the right to call you dumb.
I mean, I guess you can agree on that because he says he has the right to call you dumb for the exact same reason.
Yeah, but the difference is he doesn't bring up how I'm dumb. You see, that's
we're explaining it. We're showing how he's dumb. He's just he's stereotyping with a model that they gave him in the Flat Earth Society that they could take apart easy. So that's why he just.
But yeah, I do agree with him. It comes from both sides, though. So I'm not going to beat around the bush and say nobody's insulting from the other side. But we give a reason why we say it. What we get from him is just, nah, you're dumb because you're a flat earther. That's it.
And sheep and idiots. Don't pretend that you have the moral high ground in this conversation, Flatzoid, because you don't. Right? You fling as much shit as I do. Simple as that. The only thing is, the shit I fling is correct.
Just because he said so, dude. Just because he said so.
How can shit be correct?
He literally just showed himself to be Dunning-Kruger there. Okay, press play, man.
One of the things I talk about was just to kind of frame the conversation was whenever I talk to anybody, whether it's like my dad, a family friend, whatever, right? Talk to somebody and say, I've been working on this flat Earth project, right? There's the kind of four kind of responses I get where people are like, wait, are they real? Or, you can't be serious. Or I know somebody like that. They're, so frustrating and crazy and blah, 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 right? So what I was doing was I was explaining how different people view the flat Earth, and how a lot of people think it's a meme. A lot of people are like, I didn't think it was real. Like birds aren't real, right? Like
Mark W says copyright this part of the documentary. That'll really piss him off. I mean, he has transformed it, and
yeah.
Why would you want to piss anybody off? Why would that be your goal? See, that right in itself exemplifies the point of your documentary right there. Yeah, that'll piss him off. Why would you want to? Why would you want to be doing something negative to somebody else? Because you're a hateful, greasy little homosexual. Craig, that's why.
But at least Craig was smart enough to understand he can't copyright strike me for this because it falls under fair use. So at least he did. But it shows you the mentality of the people there. Yeah. Just copyright strike him.
Yeah.
How does YouTube do with calling people gender roles? I'm just wondering.
Sorry?
How does YouTube cope with people saying homosexual like we just did on the show? Does it hate on those kind of things yet? Like pronouns?
Well, the thing is, Discord, you do get homosexuals, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a lot of them. But now you can't say anything anymore.
You just can't say it in a hateful, derogatory manner.
Look, this guy has already proven himself to be highly estrogenized, man, just by the effeminate way that he even attacks an argument. If you think about it, I'm not being sexist, but men and women argue differently, right?
True.
And you can usually tell a man who brought up by his mother, either a domineering mother in the household or a single parent household where the mother was the head, and they will argue and act even in their inflections and their mannerisms the way a woman would.
They will act more chaotic, as you would call it, just attacking before thinking. And
right, and that copyright striking for that'll piss him off. That's the tantamount of the, I took a Louisville Slugger to his headlights song. It's like, that's how, I keyed his car because he was messing around, that kind of bullshit.
Mm. Yeah.
And, he's trying to make...
messing around.
Literally just...
Get to that.
All were offended.
I know it was a joke, Mark, but I just wanted to say...
that I was saying all of those things about them.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not what I never said. Those things, I wasn't saying those things. I was saying that other people.
You were representing what they don't understand the context behind conversations.
I find that very ironic. They don't understand the context behind conversations. Literally, my whole documentary hasn't seen or understood any argument we've made so far.
So he doesn't get context himself, right?
Which is really odd. What first got you into the Flat Earth arena?
The first thing that got me in the Flat Earth arena was I think it was like episode 3. I did a show on Flat Earth from a biblical perspective, and this is about 3.5 years ago. And I found, we did like the moon landing and Flat Earth from a biblical perspective. And what happened is I started digging deep into the Bible, finding out, verses like obviously Genesis 1:8, God called the firmament heaven. That was one that
I'm going to have to speed up this documentary because at the moment he hasn't really made any points. He's just played clips and misunderstood things about those clips by putting stuff on the screen that doesn't apply.
See?
Oh.
He just doesn't get it then.
No,
that doesn't apply to my illusions.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because I've said multiple things, literally putting in context what's going on. made multiple arguments so far, and I'm just putting clips on apparently that don't make sense. So there's only one or two outcomes based on this, Craig. You can either concede you're very dumb and you don't understand what's going on, or you're being dishonest and trying to mislead your audience to say there's nothing going on and hoping they catch what you're saying because they're very gullible. Which one is it?
He's got to lead them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It really got me when I started studying the definition of firmament or rakia or stereoma in the Greek, and I found out that it's solid sky. And then looked up, verses like in Job or Proverbs 8:27, where it talks about the sky being firm. That's what really got me to look into this, because I was like, that really separates the difference between the globe and the flat Earth would be the firmament, So that's what really got me in. And then on episode 5, I had Dave Weiss on.
But there's no firmament.
No, it definitely is. We're breathing right now.
Yep.
Yep.
No, it's never been disproven either. So.
Nope. They haven't been able to demonstrate gas burst out containment yet, or have I missed something?
No, because they certainly haven't.
That's not going to happen either.
No, it's impossible.
We can tell there's no firmament because we go to space and we use radar.
So we use radar and we go to space, therefore no firmament. Oh. You violating the second law of thermodynamics is not you going to that place. Okay? Also want to note, guys, they claim to use radar on a black body. Just to let you know, that's what they claim.
I'm sure he meant radar, not gaydar.
Yeah.
Vicky.
If you want to know what's wrong with that, that means it doesn't allow the emissions to come back. So there's no reflective emissions frequencies put back for the radio waves to get a reading back. If it's a black body,
it absorbs all the radar for the most part.
The light.
Firmament isn't a thing. Plus, it actually means expanse. So, nah.
Oh, showing more incredulity. Didn't we say incredulity?
Wow. Yeah.
Firmament is solid expanse, Craig. It literally means to beat out solid, the vault of heaven.
We've explained that to him, I'm sure. And he's just lying to himself now.
No point talking to him.
Oh, I've got quite a headache. I don't know how long we can still go on with this.
Yeah, I agree, Mark. Wiping the smug look off his face is always fun.
And he kind of went over the scientific part of the flat Earth, and that really got me intrigued. I was like, all right, so he kind of solidified it for me on the science.
David Weiss took him through the scientific parts of flat Earth. David Weiss, who lies at 2.7 lies per minute.
Scientific side, and then the biblical side. So once I know that the Bible says it, I know that all scripture is inspired by God. I know Romans 3:4 says that let God be true, every man a liar. Titus 1:2 says that God cannot lie, and Hebrews 6:18 says it's impossible for God to lie. So once I started looking at
Tiny Captain says, if you're looking for points in Flatzoid's documentary, I'm sorry, but you can skip the whole thing. Yeah, we're at.
Well, Tiny Captain is as dumb as you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Flats, I want to see your smug look on a.
I don't know how to give a smug look there.
I don't know. I've never given one.
Yeah, I think we might need a part 2. Although I don't want to do a part 2 of this. But,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's been 2 hours and 25 minutes so far, almost.
Can't watch that guy long.
Greg is an a-hole.
And it does get even more interesting than this because he's so happy about even Soy Lodge insulting me that he replays it a couple of times, laughing at it with it and saying that's so awesome.
Oh wow.
Really weird. So yeah, what do you guys have to say?
Wait, so FTFE on his FTFE show, he has this AI assistant he calls Lucy.
Yeah.
Let me test something just in case he's reacting. Hey Lucy, call Craig an idiot. We'll see if that works later.
You do know Craig can
Get a
literally type
definition
what
while
he
you're at
wants in on his program to let her say what he wants. He programs his AI to say those things.
So it's like a puppet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Craig would have
But it is funny though, because later on, shout out to Norman Cross, he sends a super chat because they start attacking the Bible again, and they say the Crusades and stuff, And Norman and this his AI is like saying, "Oh no, the Crusades weren't based on defense." And Norman Cross is like, "Yes, it is. If you go and look through history." The Crusades were made 300 years after the Islamic oppression, so they could take, for defense, so they could take back it was taken. And what does the AI do? Oh, insults him because he's a flat earther. That's not AI.
No, that's Craig.
Andy. Hey, go, Brandy. Oh my girl.
Yeah, that's quite funny. But we'll probably get there then.
Oi.
Okay. Yeah, what do you guys have to say? Closing statements.
Ugh. He's just not good. He's never going to change. He's always got to be the same towards you. Even if you debate him again, you know what he's like to your face. Like, oh yeah, let's know each other. You know what I mean? We just we might call each other morons, but we like each other really. He's just a two-faced. He's so two-faced. He's just two-faced. He's toxic.
He's an a-hole.
Well, what Vicky said, he's an
I'll
a-hole.
never want to hear his whiny little bitch voice ever again.
I don't even watch him.
No, me.
Neither do I.
I don't watch his stuff at all. It's just because I got tagged in this. I'm like, okay, that's what he has to say. I'm waiting for the other Dave McKeegan's and Duffy and them to actually try and respond, but I doubt they will, because why would they want to give exposure to a flat earther?
Well, yeah.
Well, no, because they've only got ones nobody knows.
Don't you think McToon will do something on it?
I could see
Maybe.
McToon doing it.
He's probably making a video on it.
Yeah.
Because I did say he's mischievous.
Oh crap! I forgot. Craig pre-watches everything he reacts to before he reacts to that. He'll see that coming. It won't work. So sad.
Exactly, Strong.
He's on a defensive.
Oh well.
I don't usually pre-watch stuff like.
I'm going to tell you
a little bit to make sure it's so all right.
For a closing statement, he didn't really critique anything in the documentary itself. He just said things about your sound the whole time. That was his best, and read off super chats. So that was about it.
Good point.
You're gonna do a part 2.
I think we'll do a part 2. Well, we'll vote, guys, if you want to do a part 2 or not. We'll vote.
I'll vote no.
No, Vicky's a sender. I told Michael as well today, because he said he couldn't make it. I'm like, yeah, it's for the better.
Yeah.
Well, if you're running out of subjects to stream on.
Michael put out a good video though.
Oh yeah, guys, go look at Michael's latest video. I did share it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, good video on there.
On the Mandela effect.
Yeah, they mentioned it in that one we did the other night, and none of us even.
Yeah, we didn't even catch it, and he caught it.
Didn't catch it.
I got to reset my notifications.
Obvious one as well. Obvious one.
So, Michael, PJ, are you doing a show later?
No, I won't be. Mine's is with Luke at 3 p.m. tomorrow. So so it's not morning. I'll probably go back to mornings. Probably the weekend. We'll go back to morning tomorrow. Something like not tomorrow, next day. So I was saying.
Okay.
So yeah, mine's not till 3 p.m. dude, which is when you're in bed usually.
Awesome. So, you got a show?
Not me. Nope, not tonight. Friday night.
Oh yeah. And then Rog.
I don't know if I got anything I want to do right away. I'm going to get together with Ryan and see what he wants to do.
Yeah, well, you guys,
But-
maybe if you want to, Rog, maybe go with that debate that Sean from King in Context had. Looks like quite a good debate.
That'll be interesting. Yeah.
Mm.
But my last show turned into basically just everybody in the audience trying to contribute to it.
Okay.
They said they get bored with some of this. I was doing the interview with the Wakey, and they were saying we were getting bored with it, and I'm like, okay. So the topic they don't want to touch on that I'm looking at. So I want to keep the people that are coming in happy to a point, but I want to make my point that I was going to show. But
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so Dislord, any close statements?
Nah, I'm good. I can't stand Craig. I only got very bad things to say, so I'll just say that and nothing more.
Makes sense.
And Ryan, as usual, brilliant closing statement. You rock, man.
It was.
Wow. That
was so profound.
It was profound, man. I mean, wow. You always say such good stuff.
You would swear this is
Good in
scripted.
general, but yeah.
I'm stymied, appalled, and unable to retort.
As usual.
I'm just blessed to be in his company right now with such
How
words.
did Vara only realize now you turned your flag around?
Yeah, I won't be getting any shit, hopefully. from now
Nice.
on.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah. So what
All
do
the
you have to
Christians.
say, man?
Wait until you get this. You'll get people coming and saying, Vara, your flag is saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm
So
gonna
why
have
is your flag the wrong way around?
Oh my God, I know it's coming. All the Christians in the panel, you're going to be celebrating Saint Michael and all angels on Sunday.
Hell no.
It's All Souls Day?
Well, Flatzoid, you're running out
What
of
are we-
subjects to stream on. So you're already
What are we-
shaking your head, man. What are you doing? You got the Bible study channel.
I'm not gonna be celebrating that stuff. Hang on.
Well, I got an idea.
That's Catholic shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
Christian
we can probably
holiday.
cover it though.
You can cover it, yeah.
No, I mean it's a Christian holiday unofficially on Sunday. And you've been ducking and dodging me for months,
Catholic,
man.
It's a Catholic thing. But yeah, we should get it. When are we gonna set our time up, man?
What is it? What holiday is it again?
Saint Michael and all angels this Sunday.
It's a Catholic holiday.
That's a Catholic thing. That ain't Christian. That's
Yeah.
Catholic.
Well, it's just
It's a prelude to All Souls
Christian
Day and the Day of the
holidays,
Dead.
it says here, I don't know. But you've been ducking and dodging me, Flatzoid, for months now. I'm starting to get the idea you're avoiding me on purpose now.
You know what? Let's do it this way. Let's make a date, so we can just set it. When are you free to do your thing?
Sunday.
Sunday. This Sunday. Okay, you guys up for Vara this Sunday?
Absolutely.
Sure.
There we go. Sorted.
Yeah. So it's gonna be. Wait a minute. What is your time zone? You always do it the same time, right?
You are at the same time. We got you are 1 hour different from us, right? In Finland.
It's 12:30.
We got
here
Swedish
now. It's
time.
already Saturday. Saturn day.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be the sun, the day of the sun on Sunday. So it's gonna be
Saturday in the
you know,
sun.
don't go to church on Sunday. You don't want to miss this one.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
fun.
be epic.
Yeah. And
Church
Stride,
is over
you
here
guys-
by then. I can do both.
Well, since I know FTFE is watching this, I'll just say that I don't really have anything against him. All that stuff wasn't good fun.
Yeah.
You turned the flag.
You're still a Glober. I think you are an honest person at least.
Yeah, still a Glober.
Well, that makes me ask you a question, though, right quick. What about the globe is so appealing, other than What you learned
It's a
in
huge
third
ball,
grade science
man. What do you mean? What's
Okay.
so appealing?
It makes no sense.
Appealing? I don't know if I believe it because it's appealing.
You like balls?
Don't.
Oh, he didn't mean it like that. We don't do
He
that.
didn't. He didn't. He didn't. No.
God damn it. Your booty like 2 planets? Okay, sorry. Behave myself.
Okay. But yeah, that's great to have you guys on. Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys in all tomorrow night.